Team Freeview, welcome back to another furious Tactica report, and this is a very special one. This is what is known as the 7th Shadow Round. Before me, beside me rather, are two combatants. This is Vic.
Hey guys.
This is Lawrence, for those of you who don't know.
Hello.
And they both went 6-0 at the Bournemouth GT, a major, also known as the Beachhead Brawl, I believe.
That's
right. And both have very interesting lists. And a lot of you have been asking for this, both personally, and we've also received a lot of correspondence from you all. So we thought, let's make it happen.
Yeah, and you very kindly agreed to come down and destroy me today.
Yes. Oh, I don't know about that.
Good news, everybody!
But look, I'm very excited to see this game. Maybe I'll learn some things, which will be nice. I'll pick up some tactics.
Crazy.
I'm very excited about it. But yeah, so and you've been working with Glass.
With Dice Down.
Dice Down.
Yeah, that's my team.
That's your team.
Yeah.
Very
It's just
good.
been to the Glass Hammer.
That's okay. So I've been a little confused this morning. there may be an outtake which will never see the light of day. It doesn't matter. But Dice Down, very, very cool.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, I've talked enough. Do we want to just get into these lists?
Yeah,
and
you
get
want to get down to these tactics?
I want to get into it.
All right, so we're going to do our little caveat here. So, you know, this is a competitive match, but it's not played very seriously. So you should enjoy it anyway. But if competitive 40k is not your thing, the Tactica reports are all like competitive ITC, usually ITC format, although occasionally we'll use GW. We're doing like a Warhammer World event or something. But yeah, that's what this format will be. So it's a little different from your regular battle reports. But you're going to see two really cool lists. You're going to see Vic, who's an awesome player, and you'll see me try and use Grey Knights. So you've got lots to look forward to. Why don't we jump into the list? Why don't we cover your list first?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's coming up next.
We'll be right back. So here we are. Vic, take us through this list. I think it looks really cool.
Yeah.
I love the look of it.
I
I love
it's like
the wings and
teal.
everything.
Is that fair to say it's got like a bit of a teal vibe to it?
Yeah, a pastel blue.
Pastel blue. Yeah.
Reminds me of war.
Yeah, absolutely. A calm war.
Yeah, I can't.
It's like an ocean breeze.
Yes, exactly. Of death and destruction.
That's right. That's right.
Well, look, take us through your list.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. So just a bit of history behind this list, guys. I can't take all the credit for it. It was originally conceived by the Warhammer team in America, who took this concept to the LVO and ended up winning it. Just to run you through that for the guys who haven't seen it, it essentially works on a very durable backbone of intercessors who have a 5+ invulnerable save and then a 5+ ignore wounds save as well on top.
Not nice.
Yeah, really tough to chew through. And behind that you have some dreadnoughts who are characters, chaplain dreadnoughts who stand in the back with las cannons who can't be targeted, and a Leviathan dreadnought who's just completely buffed up and very difficult to kill. So I'm just going to run you through what's exactly in the list, and then maybe I'll tell you a bit about my choices as well, because I have made a few tweaks to the list just to add some flavor and, you know, not feel like I've copied the list directly as well.
Sure.
So I've got 2 battalions in the list. Between those 2 battalions, we've got, on the first one, we've got a unit of 10 intercessors and 2 units of 5 intercessors. And then we've got a Primaris captain, who's the chapter master, and a Primaris lieutenant, who's holding the Iron Stone. The Iron Stone lets me pick a vehicle within 3 inches, and as long as the Iron Stone bearer stays within 3 inches of it, all damage taken by that vehicle is -1. So it's going to be really resilient.
Yeah.
Big news.
Yeah, typically taken on the Leviathan Dreadnought, but there's lots of moments where you can put it on other vehicles as well. We've also got another battalion, and in that battalion we've got 2 more characters. We've got a Chaplain Dreadnought along with Ironfather Pharos, who acts as the 5+ invulnerable bubble. And then we've got a unit of scouts as well as 2 more units of 5 intercessors. And then we've also got a couple of impulses, which are my little bit of flavor added to the list. I've dropped one of the 3 chaplain dreadnoughts that were originally in the list and taken 2 impulses instead. Yeah. The impulses add a fast screen for me, and they can also help protect the eliminators who are coming up next from dying on turn 1 because they're a prime target.
Yeah.
The final detachment is a Spearhead, so a heavy support detachment, and it's got the other Chaplain Venerable Dreadnought, along with the Leviathan Dreadnought and 3 units of Eliminators. And that's really the meat of the list. The Warlord for the army is the Leviathan Dreadnought, and his Warlord trait is always going to be set as the 5+ Feel No Pain. So he's got a 2+ armor, he's got a 4+ invulnerable base, he's got 5+ Feel No Pain.
And he's -1 to wound as well.
-1 damage.
-1 damage,
if he's within 3 of the Iron Stone.
Yeah.
And then, and then there are a few other ways of making him a little bit more difficult, which will come up in the game. I'll just quickly run through it because it's the kind of key strategy behind it. So you've got the -1 damage, and you can half damage using a stratagem called Duty Eternal. So between those, anything that's 4 damage or less goes straight down to 1 damage.
Yeah, which is huge.
Yeah, that's huge.
Absolutely. And then the other thing which Iron Hands have is something called Cogitated Martyrdom. Cogitated Martyrdom is a 1 command point stratagem that's used at the start of the shooting phase. Essentially, you pick an infantry unit, and that unit can act as a bodyguard for any characters around them. So this could be on some intercessors or on a character. So Ironfather Pharos could be nearby, and he could act as the bodyguard. Whenever it's slightly different to something like Tau drones, because it's on the very last step that you do the bodyguard. So you've hit, you've wounded, and then as you're about to lose wounds, so this is after you've taken your Feel No Pain, you then can pass that over to your bodyguard unit. And then in this list, all the infantry have a 5+ Feel No Pain. So they then get a 5+ Feel No Pain on top of it.
Wow.
This stacks with the reduced damage.
Yeah.
You're actually adding layers of saves.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's only 1 CP.
1 CP.
Crazy.
Yeah. So it makes the Leviathan almost impossible to actually kill at all.
Yeah.
It only works in the shooting phase though, which is relevant.
Yeah. Yes.
Especially
for me.
Yeah, that's right. That's going to come up. And the one last thing with him is I can take a second Warlord trait, and usually it's something called Student of History. Student of History allows the Warlord to consolidate, so you pile in combat, and consolidate is the second step. It allows him to consolidate 6 inches in any direction. So after you've fought or after you've been touched in combat, you can then jump straight out of combat 6 inches, and that's too far for fight twice is usually to get to you.
Right, exactly. So what he will do then is effectively what a lot of people would do is try and tag the Leviathan to stop him shooting. Even if you just sort of consolidate one model into it, because the Leviathan with both the guns isn't the best in combat. But with this, he can now move off for free, because it's their second Warlord trait, although you're paying a CP for it, of course, and completely deny that. He can't escape if we completely surround him, of course.
Absolutely.
So I can do a legitimate trap. I can't just tag, which is very, very, very unpleasant. Why would you do that?
Yeah, I hate myself.
Wow.
Very powerful list.
It's a nasty list. It's very optimized for the ITC format, the way it works, denying kills, denying secondary objectives. Hopefully you see that, or you just see Lawrence just completely smash me.
Probably more likely the other way around, but I think we were discussing beforehand, it's going to be an interesting matchup. Grey Knights now are definitely... I'm not going to say they're top tier. They're a very interesting tier all of a sudden. They've suddenly become, they've come out of nowhere. And it seems on paper, and certainly I demonstrated that at the Bournemouth GT, that they have enough tools to mix it up against some of these really nasty meta lists currently. So I've not play tested against this particular list. So this will be a first. We did one off-camera game, didn't we, where we had a similar list, but we did the traditional 3 Chaplain Dreads.
Okay.
I really like the introduction of the vehicles. As you said, you can protect your eliminators and so forth as well, which is quite interesting. It will be tricky. Hopefully I can give you a game. And we are playing a new ITC format. We're playing a new beta ITC format. So that's the only difference that we're going to be taking. We're taking our exact list from the Bournemouth GT. although you've actually updated yours since then, haven't you? And I've updated mine.
Yeah.
What would you change just before we go into my list now? Because you've had obviously the Bournemouth GT under your belt. You've just been to the Glasshammer GT where you came 4th.
Yes, yeah.
Which is another amazing result.
Yeah.
And congratulations for winning the Bournemouth GT as well.
you.
Because
Yeah.
Vic won it. You know, he was the winner, of course, because you played amazingly. But what would you change now, if anything, with this list?
I think, to be honest, even the changes that I've done from the original list, any changes, as long as you keep the backbone in place of the dreadnoughts and the intercessors, is just sideways changes. Yeah. It's small things to suit your playstyle. In this case, the impulses add to my playstyle because I like to go out and use some tricks and jank here and there. But I would probably enjoy using a Thunderfire cannon or 2. I think 2 Thunderfire cannons works very well, and that's what I was running with the Glasshammer GT. Right. And it just lets you shoot indirectly and just pick up 1 kill on turns where you had no kill, because there's very little indirect fire in this list except the eliminators, and it's a bit slow moving. So you can end up with the first 2 turns not getting any kills at all until it starts to ramp up late game. But with the Thunderfires, suddenly you're picking up a kill every turn. So that's a big change, and to be honest, that would be dropping the impulses for that. The 3rd Chaplain Venerable Dreadnought is also an option, but I think potentially you can get away with 2. There are a lot of games where the 3rd one's just kind of wandering around, not quite sure where to stand, what litany to use, and what to shoot. So the list is pretty much there. I think they nailed it, to be fair, the Brohammer team. So
they clearly did. Okay, well, awesome. Thanks for taking us through your list and how it works. I guess we'll go into my list then.
Yeah, we'll be right back. Well, let's see if your list can cut the mustard, as it were.
Let's see. Okay. Right, so this is the exact list that I took to the Bournemouth GT. We did discuss with Vic beforehand, you know, like, should we run the same list? And I think that's what everyone wanted to see, because it's a kind of what would have happened if there was that 7th
for the
thread.
belt.
Exactly. This is for the belt, exactly, you know.
Oh, we don't have a belt. You can have my belt, whoever wins.
It's questionable.
You can.
Vic, I agree. You can have both, but I can see. Right. So this terrible start.
Yeah.
Right. So this list is 1992 points. Was your list 2000 on the nose, by the way?
I think 1 short.
1999.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
year,
mine
good
was
year.
2000 on the nose. But what happened is the LVO FAQ came in with like basically, 3 weeks before the event, 2 weeks before the event, and my list had already been approved by this point, but I had a Storm Shield on my Librarian, because that was something that you could take.
Yes.
It's technically not a Legends option at the moment, but it is basically a Legends option because it's an index choice. So I had the list approved, but I decided to remove it and just put the Storm Bolter on as per the Codex, because I just wanted to play with the same rules as everyone else. So I ended up with a 1992 point list. I have subsequently changed it. I'll talk about the update afterwards. I'm getting a lot of messages about what I would do. So I'll just briefly cover that. Although if you've been following any competitive podcast out there, you probably know already by this point. So what we have are 2 battalions. I do feel that I needed the 2 battalions because the army's quite CP hungry, especially given the fact I've got 2 Paladin bombs, which I'll cover momentarily. So in the 1st battalion, we have Grand Master Voldus himself, the Hammer of Titan. He is an absolute beast, mixes it up in combat really well. He's basically a Librarian and a Grand Master all rolled into one, which is really, really neat because it gives me more powers to cast, which is very, very useful. That's him. He is my Warlord. I did take Lawmaster on him, and I will take an extra power from the Dominus discipline because that was FAQ'd as well now, that it has to be from the same discipline. You can't use Lawmaster to do an add-on from Sanctic. Just, I don't know if you're aware of that.
Yes, yeah, I
Cool.
can see that.
It makes no difference to the list at all. You just end up swapping the Gate of Infinity power and you put it on the captain instead. It's the exact same difference. So that's him. Then, speaking of the captain, I have a captain. Now, this was a very frivolous, I made a frivolous choice here. The fluff bunny in me always sort of rears its fluffy head every now and then. And I did spend a CP for an additional relic on this guy. I gave him the sword from the new Psychic Awakening, which is a damage 3 sword, -1, -3, +1 strength. So it basically makes him like a smash captain. It did, funnily enough, come up clutch in one game against James's Raven Guard. Which was pretty huge actually, because I did Only in Death Does Duty End, so he charged me with his sense. And then I fought with him anyway.
Yes.
And because I had that damage 3 weapon, actually I was able to cut down the last Centurion in that unit.
Huge.
So it was it was a big deal, you know. So frivolous, but good. So anyway, it's the captain. I won't go through all of the individual powers because I'll hopefully demonstrate them to you throughout the game. But suffice to say, the captain in this game has Gate of Infinity. So then we have, in that same battalion, we have an apothecary. It's just got a halberd. Very, very useful at basically restoring wounds that I might take from perils. And also good for potentially putting a paladin back on the board, depending on what's happening with my bombs and how damaged they are. That's him. Then we have 3 units of Strike Marines with dual Falchions. So I have spent those extra 5 points per unit for the extra attack, effectively. I love these guys. They actually did serious work for me in the events. I know there's definitely some thoughts out there which, you know, may want to lean towards more resilient troops like Terminators. The new ITC beta missions have proved quite interesting with these guys. They no longer give away marks for death because they are power level 7 units, but now you're doing it based on points. They are under 100 points. So that for me, in my mind, is a little buff on a unit which I already liked. And they are our cheapest troops option because they're only one of 2 troops options anyway. So look, I'm happy with them and with their current loadout. I know there's some people which ask maybe why wouldn't I put a silencer on one. I might try that. I haven't play tested it yet. There is an argument for it, but for the moment I'm keeping them as they are. This is the list I took. Then I have the first of the 10 Paladins units. So the first of the 10 Paladin units has Storm Bolters and 4 Psy Cannons, because you can take 4 special weapons in a Paladin unit of 10. I do have a Warding Stave on the Paragon, so it helps keep defense up if you like in combat. It would be better to put the Paragon Stave on, the Warding Stave on a normal guy.
Yes.
But I do it rule of cool because the sergeant's got it, and you know, and that's fine. It's just how I roll. I don't always make the most ultra efficient choice, so that's the way it is. I do have halberds on the rest of the units. +1 strength, good AP, ways of buffing the AP as well, depending on what what litanies have gone off, which I'll speak to about in a minute. And D3 damage on Nemesis Force weapons, which is fantastic. So really powerful units, only buffed further by the points drops that they've received over the past couple of years with chapter approved, and the new shock assault rules as well that Grey Knights get.
They're very scary.
They are. They're absolutely horrific. So the premise of the list is they've got 3 wounds apiece. They have 2 up armor save. They've got 5+ invulnerable base because of the Terminator armor. You've got the Sanctuary power, which can give them a 4+ invulnerable save, adding 1 to it. You've got Armored Resilience Psychic power, which puts a -1 to wound on them. Or I can even use the Transhuman Physiology stratagem so that you can only wound them on 4s, 5s, and 6s. So a combination of those things makes them pretty hard to chew through. Not impossible, but most people have to spend a lot of their resource to get rid of it.
It's tough. I've had to do it. I do all right.
Yeah, because there's the stratagem as well for a -1 damage.
Yeah, it's hard to get through them in one turn. Huge. I think that's the issue.
It is.
Yeah. And then there's a whole other blow.
And I'm not even sorry about that. Because the Grey Knights have been nobody for a long time. Now we are somebody. So that is the first battalion. Then the second battalion, I have a chaplain. I do love this guy. We've just had a very long conversation off camera because in my new list, I do actually drop the chaplain.
Yeah.
It's controversial, but for now I do have the Invocation of Focus, I believe it's called, and which is the -1, the extra -1 on Psi weaponry and Nemesis weaponry for shooting and combat, etc. And then I've got the other litany, which never came up once in any of the games, but it was to ignore all modifiers to hit. Right. I just thought I might be facing more Elder Flyers then that's what I chose to take. So that's him, first HQ. Then I had, of course, the Librarian. I've given him the relic, the Sanctic Shard. He's got his warding stave as normal, and he's got his storm bolter. Sanctic shard is a +1 to cast and reroll failed psychic power as well. It's an extraordinarily. It's just an extraordinary relic for an army which relies on those psychic buffs.
Yeah.
So I've given him warp shaping, which means that I can change the tide with him, so it makes that even more reliable. Because he's effectively at that point got a +2 to cast, because we're pure Grey Knights, so we get +1 with Brotherhood of Psychers, and then we get +1 with the Sanctic Shard there as well, which is really, really neat. And then on top of that, he's got the Imperium Domination, which means if I cast it, I get a command point.
Yes.
Which is fantastic.
Good choices.
Absolutely fantastic. Now, my new list will swap the Chaplain for another Librarian, and then I'll have the Artisan Nullifier Matrix, and I won't spend the CP on the Sword Relic. I'll be sensible. I'll be sensible and use a real relic. But I'm just doing what I did in the Bournemouth GT for this, just so that you know what's going on. Again, it's a battalion, so I've got another 3 units of Strike Marines, all with your Falchions. And then I have the second and final Paladin Bomb. This unit is a unit of 10 with Storm Bolters. No special weapons, because what I like to do is put the Side-Bolt ammunition on the Storm Bolters so that it maximizes the worth of that stratagem. So you can get 40, and depending on what tide you're in, strength 6, -2, maybe -3 if I've got the litany off, damage 2 shots. Or I can put Psychic Onslaught on the side cannons in the Paladin unit, or I can do it on both. I can buff both, and you've got an absolutely brutal amount of firepower in one turn, depending, of course, on what's in range and so forth. So that is it. That's the list. It's pretty simple, really, in a way. The real quirkiness comes with how you're casting your powers, how you're playing the lists. What sort of a game do you want to play? Playing a cagier game, or am I going to be really aggressive and put the Paladins up in the face immediately? You've got some options, which I really, really like, because with things like Astral Aim, I don't actually need line of sight. So I can hide and be cagey and just go, well, I'm just going to shoot you anyway. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Or I can just go full throttle and go in your face and apply pressure to the opponent in the first and second turn. So that's it. I'm very curious. Normally, I think the advantage I have is that with the potential mortal wound output I have, I ignore a lot of layers of your save, which is usually what you would rely on. But
absolutely,
you do, despite that, have those ignore wounds, and that is something I cannot take away from you.
Yep.
And that will be very irritating if you keep passing them, won't it? So we'll see how this goes, because I think in many respects, if you do well with those ignore wound saves at key moments, which is obviously true of any game if you get the luck in the right moment, but that will be, because I don't know if I actually weirdly have as good an attrition rate as you do. Like, I am very resilient with the 2 Paladin bombs, but then the 6 strike squads will die very easily.
Yes.
So let's see how this goes.
Very interesting.
It will be very interesting indeed. So look, that's it. That's my list.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Let's just get to it.
Here we go.
Yeah, we'll be right back with the mission. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in. The battles of the century is about to be shown for you here on YouTube for your viewing pleasure. We have the Iron Hands versus the Grey Knights. It is the Shadow game number 7. Let us see who will come out victorious. I'm going for Vic. Just for a bit of it will be nice and cathartic for me. I'm looking forward to this. Excellent. So we are playing the new beta rules for the ITC, which is quite exciting. We've not done these before. So we're playing mission 1, which is Seize Ground. So there are 6 objectives on the board. You can see one placed here, 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 and over here. And the other 2 are just in the corners here. And also you rolled up Spearhead Assault, which fits the deployment of the objective markers quite nicely there. How you score the bonus point is if you're holding 4 or more of these objective markers. Is it at the end of your turn or the battle round?
End of player turn.
End of the player turn, very good. So we then figure out who is the defender and the attacker. Vic, I believe you're attacking, is that correct?
I won the roll-off.
Yeah.
I picked to be attacking.
Okay, very good. And then you deploy your whole army, so this is different now.
So at that point, the defender can then just roll for a deployment map.
Okay.
And the new ITC rules allows you to re-roll the deployment if you don't like it.
Excellent.
Lawrence was
Yeah.
pretty happy with his roll.
I was happy with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just kept it as it is.
Kept it.
Assault, yeah.
Ah, very good. So then you would have chosen the secondaries.
That's
Now,
right.
is there an order in which you do this now, or do you just choose them and reveal it at the same time?
Yeah, exactly that. So we picked 3 secondaries and revealed them, but we've done it after we know who's the attacker and defender.
Yeah, that's the difference.
And
Right.
after we pick the deployments.
That's I quite like that. That's really cool. So Vic, why don't you tell me what your secondaries are?
Sure, yeah. So in the new ITC rules, you have to pick at least 1 kill and 1 kind of holdy secondary objective.
Which I really like as well.
Yeah, and the third one can be either or.
Sure.
So my first choice is going to be Gangbusters, which is for every 6 wounds done on a unit fully composed of models with at least 3 wounds. You have
Paladins.
points.
Yeah, paladins.
So yeah, so every 2 paladins that are killed or damage dealt to equaling 6 wounds is a point on that. So I need to get through 24 wounds. So
Yeah.
it should hopefully be possible. Otherwise, I've definitely lost. And then my holdy objective is something called Recon, and Recon is where you have to have a unit within each table quarter.
Perfect.
The update to Recon is that now, if you have 2 units in each table quarter, you can get 2 points in a turn, so you can accelerate it a little bit more.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
And this is one of the ones that becomes relevant with knowing if you're attacker or defender, because the attacker has an advantage to get an early run on the 2 points, which the defender usually won't be able to unless they overextend. So I've gone for Recon knowing that I was attacker.
Cool.
My third one was the one which I can pick anything, and I went for Butcher's Bill. Lawrence has quite a few small units in his army with the strike squads, and it may, definitely not in the early game, I'm not going to get that, but in the late game it might help me towards the end.
Sure.
Yeah,
Cool.
take you over the line.
Maybe.
I quite like that as well. That's something that I've been learning to do with ITC, is actually pick secondaries which will fill your points throughout the game.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's really cool. Okay, very good. Lawrence,
Oh, hello.
have you put this much thought into it?
No. I
Right.
read the beta mission rules this morning.
Very good. At least you've read them.
Actually, I'm lying. So I did do an Arc War podcast with Nick Nanavati and John Damaris. Go check them out. They're really cool podcasts. Nick actually took me through some of the changes which have just come out on the last Saturday. So I'm semi-familiar with them. First time playing. I've also picked Recon.
Yeah.
I think Vic is absolutely correct. Going first in this instance, he's going to get some momentum with some of these secondaries and potentially the primaries as well, depending on how he plays. Fair enough. But hopefully Recon I can sort of sustain over the course of the game. I mean, that's my story and I'm sticking with it.
Excellent.
I've also picked Headhunter because he does have a lot of characters. They are very tricky to get to. The list is very good because it doesn't, despite even some of the new changes, it doesn't necessarily give up a lot of the ITC secondaries that easily.
Sure.
But I mean, that's why the list works. It's good. It's resilient. It does its thing for a reason. But I have got Headhunter because he does have a lot of characters, and I'm going to have to get to them at some point.
Sure.
So in theory, I'm going to have to try and score those points. And if I'm going to have to kill something, I may as well take a point for it.
Yeah.
I picked Marked for Death also because 2 of your 5-man intercessor squads now give that away.
Yes, that's right.
Because they're over 100 points because he's got those Thunderhammers in there.
Right.
And his 2 Impulsors as well are over 100 points. And given the likelihood of the way that he will play them, which is to be very ganky, use them as smite shields, use them to come out onto the objectives, I'm going to have to deal with them. And my philosophy is if you're going to have to deal with something, I may as well get a point for doing it.
Yeah.
Do you like that philosophy?
I think that's bang on.
Yeah. That's basically my philosophy.
Excellent.
So look, that's it. I think I've covered all 3, haven't I?
One more.
Yeah.
Have I got one more?
Yes.
Did I not mention it?
Oh, did you?
Yes,
Headhunter, Recon.
Headhunter,
Ignore
Marked
me.
for Death.
That's all right.
I'm
Don't
going to
worry about
ignore you, Vic.
Right,
unless
very.
you give me a 4 second, fun.
Now, here's another new. So normally now we go to seize the initiative, I believe,
Well, yeah, but there isn't.
but there isn't anymore. So
No,
that's
no
been
seize.
removed.
Yeah.
Another interesting new addition. I'm
Controversially, I agree
think
with it.
I'm also on the side of saying I like that they've
Yeah.
removed it for this particular type of.
Despite the
Yeah.
fact that me seizing now could actually be quite nasty against him,
Yeah.
I'm still for not taking that element out. Nick, though, brought up a really interesting point in the podcast we did, where it was like, but he says the great players will deploy based on the potential of a siege anyway. And so they've already got that taken into account. And at least it makes them have to, it's another layer to think about, which I do get.
Yeah.
So, but I think sometimes it's just so swingy.
Yeah,
It's too much. So I personally quite like. Oh, look, we'll play some games and we'll see how.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
So those things. But we do have litanies.
We do have litanies.
We do have some pre-game stuff
Yes,
to do.
excellent. So if we would like to do that now.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay.
Well, you can go first.
Sure.
Lawrence.
So I'm going to use the litany of -1, which I believe is called the Invocation of Focus.
Okay, the litany of -1.
The litany of -1
Yes.
on my side weaponry, so that will go on my paladin blob in the corner, which is where the chaplain is near.
Okay.
So it will go off on a 3. It doesn't go off.
Doesn't go off.
So that's that.
Okay, very good.
Fantastic. On my end, the lieutenant is the man with the flag on his head.
Okay.
And he's got the Iron Stone. We're going to pop the Iron Stone this round on the Leviathan Dreadnought.
Okay.
And then the 2 chaplains, the one with the green base, has got a 5+ feel no pain to mortal wounds, which he does as a 6-inch aura.
Okay, very
We're going
good.
to try that one, which fails.
Okay.
And then this one is just going to go for +1 to wound. And the only relevant thing here is probably just going to be these intercessors here. +1 to wound on the nearest visible target.
Okay, very nice.
Which does go off.
Which does go off. Okay, very nice.
Right, this is one other bit of admin.
Oh, yes?
I have to declare my tide. So my tide will be I'm probably going to start in the tide of shooty shoot.
Okay. Yes. The tide of shooty shoot and -1.
That age-old tide of
yes,
shooty shoot.
taken from the libraries in the bowels of Titan,
Yeah.
where they have been forever hidden. But now the shooty shoot and the -1 have been employed.
Tide of shooty shoot. So that's the +1 strength on the side weapons. It's known as the tide of convergence, and the +1 damage as well, which is quite nice.
Perfect.
So yeah, that's it. That's the admin done.
Excellent.
Best of luck, my friends.
Yes.
Don't beat me too badly.
Oh, don't beat me too badly. Or destroy me, actually. I'd be very happy.
This is going to be epic. We'll let Vic
Yes.
do his movement, and then we will be right back.
See you.
Turn 1, movement phase for the Iron Hands is complete. Nearly said Iron Warriors, stopped myself there. Very heretical I am. And we have spread out and moved forward to take the center of this board. Really was an interesting turn to actually watch. We'll get an up-down camera one day so we can actually show you guys this sort of stuff as well. But as you can see, the Eliminators have jumped out of the Impulsor here. They now have some eyes on some of the characters through here, so we're going for some cheeky sniping to start off. And of course that's the special rule with this Primaris, is you can actually disembark after you've moved, which I think is great. Really cool, and definitely adds something to this type of army in my opinion. We've then put them in certain ways where we can screen here. We are holding, I believe, 4 objectives at the moment. We've got that one here, we're holding this one under here, so that was the big unit of intercessors which has come forward. We're also holding this one here and this one over here, so that's the bonus point. And I believe for recon you do have 2 units in each corner of the board, is that right? So you're taking advantage of this new rule so you can get ahead on these points, which is something you discussed you were going to do earlier. And we've done a pretty solid screen out here as well. There might be a couple of little places where some things can land.
Can go down. It's just back there.
Yeah. Look, it's very cool, very interesting. I'm very much enjoying it. How are you feeling?
Yeah, good. Yeah, I've got a little bit of line of sight to the paladins just down here.
Which is nice.
As long as I get my order right, I can probably put in most of these units into them.
Which is good.
And if I can pick up 2, I'll be very happy.
Yeah. I'm always happy with 2 paladins.
Yeah.
Well, look, there is no psychic phase. We'll be back in the shooting phase. We've done the movement, now it is time for the trap to be sprung. Here's the shooting phase. The Signum array has been put on this squad of intercessors here, but we're starting shooting with this squad here and we're firing into the paladins.
That's right.
Okay, very good.
I'm going to spend 2 CP myself.
Okay, very good.
Redoubtable defense, -1 to his damage.
Excellent.
Because Stalker Bolters, damage 2. Yeah, not interested in that.
No one
I
yet.
thought about it, I was like, no.
So,
all right.
Lawrence, is worth noting that this unit does have the +1 to wound listening on the nearest target.
Absolutely.
It'll be wounding on 3s.
Very nice. Yes, like to roll your dice.
And you're firing with that unit first.
Yes,
Yes.
that's right.
+1 to
Did you
wound.
want to use transhuman?
Right, exactly, yeah. So at this point, I don't... The funny thing is, I might be okay with wearing that because he's actually only got then. What's the strength of your sniper rounds?
Strength 5.
It is 5. Yeah, okay, I'm going to pop transhuman.
Okay, so transhuman has also
Forget about it.
been
I'm popping
spent.
transhuman.
So you're down to 8.
I'm down to 8 CP.
Okay, it's happened. So
I'm
we've
okay
got
with that.
2 hits
I've
there.
got 2 hits. The Chapter Master is in range there.
Okay, 2 hits.
Wounding on 4s. No rerolls. Just 1 wound, Lawrence.
You got it. And
Okay.
that is a failed because you're -3 currently.
Okay, very nice.
Cool.
So that's 1
one down.
damage taken. Very good.
Brilliant.
Coming over to the blue squad here. That's fine. Coming over to the blue squad here. 4 of them firing into the paladin squad. Now, and these guys had the +1 to wound.
+1 to hit.
+1 to hit.
Yes,
very
very
good.
nice.
Okay, very nice. Let's see what we can do.
Jeez.
Okay. Reroll because of Chapter Master. 3 hits there. Very nice.
4s to wound. It gives me 2 wounds there, Lawrence.
You got it. A 6 and a 4.
Okay, very
so
good.
2, 3, 4. A 4 will fail. So that's another point of damage.
Okay, very nice. So Vic was saying off camera he's never actually got to fire his scouts in a game, and this is the game. Not only will they fire, they're going to kill a paladin.
No, that's
So, we have 3 guys firing their bolters and 1 hero throwing a cracker.
Yes! Well, I'm excited. Let's kill 2. Why stop at 1?
that's too much. That's too much.
So the bolt is there. It looks like 4 hits. Very nice.
Okay.
That is 3 ones.
Ooh. He wants 3 ones. He
No,
doesn't get 3
okay,
ones there.
it's the crack grenade that's going to do
Okay,
it.
3 ones.
Oh, he's hit.
Wounding on a 4.
Failed to win there.
Fails to wound. Okay, very good. Well, at least you got to shoot them, I guess. Yeah. The Impulsor will now fire everything into the paladins. Okay, what would you like to start with?
So we're going to start off with the storm bolters, just in rapid fire range.
Sure.
So that gives me 8 shots from the 2 storm bolters.
Very nice.
Chapter Master is out of range. It's not a heavy weapon.
Okay.
And wounding on 4s. That is 2 saves there, Lance. Oh,
We got
it's
a
a
double
double
one.
one. Oh!
The first paladin has been
One
felled.
is fine.
And 1 is on 2 wounds remaining. Is there any more fire to
There
come
is
from
an
here?
Iron Hail Heavy Stubber on here as well.
Okay, great.
I ignore the penalty for moving and shooting heavy weapons. And I reroll 1s because I'm Iron Hands.
Yes, very good.
That's 3 hits. Strength 4, so 4s to wound. That's 1 at -2 AP here.
You got it. Oh, 1, sorry. Well, I've actually rolled a double 6, so I guess they both pass.
He does it in style. It's eliminator time. We're starting with this rear red squad here again into the paladins. Can we whittle them down even further?
Perfect. So I'm not using the Sergeant's ability. I'm going to be hitting on 3s.
Okay,
All hits.
very nice.
And I'm going to be wounding on 4s because of transhuman. That is 3 wounds at -3 here.
Cheeky. Cheeky. That's 2 saves, my friend.
Fantastic. So we're going to see if we get a 3.
Yep.
Then we do kill 1. Just 1 damage.
Got
Just
it.
1 damage. Okay, very nice there. Very good. It's going well. So coming around to this Impulsor now, firing into the paladins here, and what Vic has been doing quite rightly is whenever he's only firing. Will you explain it better than me?
Yes. Essentially, in order for efficiency, I'm making sure that my D3 damage weaponry, which has the potential for doing 2 damage, is not wasted on a model with a single wound.
Yeah.
So I'm just alternating the shots just for maximum efficiency.
Yeah, it's very good. It's very good. I'm learning a lot. Right, let's go for it then. If we'd like to start with the Impulsor.
I'm going to do the Iron Hail Heavy Stubber first.
Okay.
All 3 hits. And just 1 wound there, Lawrence. 4 up.
Oh, it's a 2.
2.
It's a 2. That does
He
pick
is
him
slain.
up.
Okay. So
Storm
that's
bolters are out of rapid fire range.
Yes.
It's 2 hits.
hits.
And no wounds.
No wounds there. Okay, very good. And it is now time for the Chaplain Dreadnought. We will be firing again into the paladins here.
Alright, he's got 2 last cannon shots. You naturally hit on 2s. And then wounding on 4s because of transhuman. 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
There.
Okay,
Alright.
very nice.
5 in-laws.
No, I failed.
Alright, first one. So we're looking for a 4 up to pick up a paladin here. So that is 2
So it's
damage.
2 wounds.
Okay.
Is this the point where I use a command point? I don't think so. I'm going to save it.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Okay. And
And then the next.
well, the next would just kill 1.
The next one would. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. So actually, potentially, this could be a very good time to pick up an extra paladin. So I am going to use a command point
Sure.
on that.
Okay, very good.
Takes me down to 6 command points.
Okay, very nice.
And we're going to see if we get a 4+. That is a 2. So
That's even worse.
It is
So
worse.
you need to roll your next
I
damage.
need to roll a 3+ to kill this paladin. That is
Cool.
a 1.
Okay, well, that is the gamble. Very good. Okay, very nice. Okay, so we're coming over to the Eliminators now. We are changing targets from the original idea.
I think we're going to have to pick up a few more of these paladins in order to make sure the unit doesn't have enough combat threat to push me back.
Okay.
And if I can reduce the ability for him to get a wrap significantly without me being able to dig it out, so if I can say get these down to 6 guys, then I can probably dig out 6 guys with combat. So
Sure.
we're going to try that.
Okay, cool, very good. So the Eliminators now firing into the Paladins.
Absolutely. So we are going to do this a little bit interestingly here.
Okay.
One guy is going to go for a frag shot, which is 3 shots.
You want to get rid of that 1 wound.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
2 guys are going to go for direct shots.
Okay, very good.
So the multi-shot one does get 2 shots. They're hitting on 3s. 1 fails, and it's going to be strength 5, so we're only on a 4 with transhuman. It's
go.
-1 here.
It does make it the
Fine.
-1. All
Okay,
right.
fair enough.
All right, and then we've got 2 direct shots.
2 direct shots.
It's 2 hits.
Very nice.
2 mortal wounds,
Oh, well done.
which
Okay.
go through first.
Oh,
That's
so
fantastic.
he dead. And then one of these guys will be on 2 wounds. Have you fired the 3rd sniper unit
I
yet?
have not.
You haven't, have you? Exactly. So I'm just going to check here, see if I can, through a model removal, get another one. Anyway, we'll put this guy here. Okay, and then 2 saves, right?
2 5-ups,
You
yeah.
got it. Both failed.
All right.
So that is another slave.
It could potentially take him out in 1 hit.
Oh, yeah, go
with
for it.
2 wounds. So on a 3, nope, just
Okay.
1 damage,
Yeah.
and the second one will kill that one.
The second one will kill the
Very
same guy.
good.
You got it.
Okay, very nice. And now the blue Eliminators will be firing into the Paladins.
That's right.
Okay, very nice.
All right, we're going for direct shots here again.
Okay.
Rerolling once. It's 1 miss. Wounding on 4s.
Transhuman.
No
Nothing.
wounds there. Okay, very good. Is that all of your shooting?
That is the end of my shooting phase.
Is that the end of... Will there be some charges?
That is the end of my entire turn.
That is the end of the turn.
You don't want to
Okay.
charge me?
No,
I mean, you can if you want to.
Excellent, very good. Well, look, we've definitely started to whittle down on the Paladins
Yeah,
there. That is definitely significant. Losing 4 of them is, well, that was 2 more than what you wanted to do.
Yeah, that's good maths for me.
Yeah, that's very good. Excellent. Well, look, we'll tally up your points and then we'll talk about that at the end of the battle round. We'll let Lawrence do his movement and we'll be right back in just a sec. Turn 1 movement phase is complete and the Paladins are on the move. They've moved forward to put pressure on holding this objective. I think these Scouts' days may be numbered. We shall have to see. This unit
Imagine
of...
if they survive.
I could, because I play the game and that's the sort of thing that would happen to me. We come down here, this unit of Paladin has come out to play as well, and we've moved around here with the characters, so we've got Voldus, the Chaplain, the Apothecary, the Librarian, and the Captain as well. Some advanced moves happened here, I believe.
Yes, so I did need to advance Voldus.
Okay.
He got a 5, which is cool. I did have to advance the Apothecary and the Librarian. The Chaplain and the Apothecary just moved on.
Okay, very nice. So that is it. We are still waiting for turn 2 when all of the Strike Marines will emerge from the Teleportarium. For now, Lawrence actually said off camera he's decided not to do a psychic phase. I thought that was very brave.
Was rather brave than me, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. So, well, we will actually do it. Well, but I've told him he should do it, and because I'm the tactical genius of the channel, he's agreed.
Right.
So we're going to go and do the psychic phase now. We'll be right back. Grandmaster Voldus opening up the psychic phase with a smite, the closest being the Scouts here.
That's it. Mr. Smite. It is Mr. Smitten.
That is a 10.
Single mortal wound, 6 of fuel and pain.
Okay, so 1 is killed. The first of the Scouts has been destroyed. Do you know what you're doing next, Lawrence?
No, I'm going to have a think about that.
Okay, so now coming over to whom?
So
know
we're
you
going
told
to
me,
go
but I
over
forgot.
to the Chaplain.
The Chaplain, and
he's going to cast a Smite also
Okay, very good.
on that Scout unit there. That does go off because if
Plus
his...
one.
well, he's got +2, so Sanctic.
Oh, of course. Okay, cool. Another is killed. Do you know what you're doing now, or do you want to think again?
No, I don't think again.
Okay.
I'm sort of taking it a step at a time. If
Okay.
all the steps work together, then it will work. If
Okay.
it doesn't, then I concede.
Okay, very good. Well, let's hope we're walking in the right direction.
Well, so far so good.
Oh, yeah, very good, yeah.
So far so good.
Another smite from the Apothecary
Yep.
into the Scouts.
Mr. Smite goes off because of my Grey Knight's +1.
Ooh, another is killed. Very nice.
All right.
The Librarian now. Smite again into these scouts here.
Smite. He is smitten, sir.
Okay, needing a
He is
6.
smitten.
He does get the 6.
Right. Clutch.
Okay, very good.
Significant.
Yes. Back to the Grandmaster himself, Mr. Voldus. He will be casting what?
Armoured Resilience.
Okay, onto the
on the
Paladin.
Paladin units.
Very good.
They're the only unit in range. That definitely goes off.
On a 10, very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to keep
cool.
that.
So lets me do that. That's
Right.
good. -1 to wound.
Okay,
Then I will cast. Yes, I will cast Edict Imperator now on that Paladin unit.
Okay.
This is from, of course, Mr. Voldus.
Yes.
So, to cast with Mr. Voldus, it goes off.
Okay.
I will try and deny that one.
Yes.
Okay,
This is,
very nice.
this is the stratagem. This is what all of the caginess was about, you see.
Right. So what's happened for
So what happened was I was trying to smite his unit out of range so that he would no longer have a unit within 24 inches
right.
to use this stratagem.
I see.
So that's like the play here. So now it's already. So the minute when he rolled the 6, I said that was clutch because, and he knew it. I knew it. You know. So like, right, I know that at some point he's going to have to pop this strat. Now I can't really get around it because even if I did a smite from the Paladins. Just as a little bit of coaching, he of course would not remove this model because Vic is a very good player.
Yeah.
He would remove the one behind here.
Yes.
So he would still have the guy within 24 to hold it, you see,
Right.
to use this stratagem. Now, it's not a guarantee the stratagem will go off.
No, it goes off on a 4+ and it automatically denies the spell.
Okay.
It's quite clutch in this situation because it will give me a full round of shooting from all the stalker bolt rifles in
That's
this
right.
squad here. Even though they're wounding on 5s, if I pick up 3, that's actually quite a big swing in the game.
Yeah, sure.
So this 4+ is fairly important for the game.
Okay, let's see
So,
what happens.
Obviously, normally I would wish you luck here, but in this instance,
And it's a 1.
We've rolled a 1.
That means I'm committed now, so I'm going to spend a command point to reroll it.
it's
Okay.
now down to 5 CP.
Okay.
I call myself a 3.
Oh, 3. No, that's correct because you spent some CP in your first turn. Of course, ignore that. Now, if he fails to get this,
I do fail to get it.
Okay.
So that's obviously good for me.
Yes.
Because it means that I'll be able to shoot now and then move off afterwards, which will effectively hide that unit from him,
Okay.
which is very nice. So now let me get some dice and I'll do some shooting.
Okay, we'll be right back. So, how are we splitting this fire, if at all?
Right, so I've got 3 side cannons in range of this unit here.
Okay,
They are
very nice.
firing at that unit there.
Okay,
I
very
have
good.
spent 2 CP on Psychic Onslaught, so that now they're mainly not for the Strength 9, but for actually the additional AP, because he's going to end up in cover. And I had to give up my Astrolabe currently to do a smite, which I've done earlier.
Sure.
So there's a method to the madness.
Of course.
Anyway, these 3 will go there. The other Psy Cannon will go for the Impulsor,
Okay.
as will all of the Storm Bolters. The only other thing I've done is I've spent another CP, so I spent 3 CP
Right.
to give them a +1 to hit.
Okay.
All right,
Very
that's
good.
called Fury of the First. So there we go. That's what it is.
Very nice.
So 1, 2, 3. This is the Psy Cannons, or Fury of the Proven, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
On the, that's nice. So we're re-rolling 1s because of Mr. Voldus. Okay. Pretty good.
Very good.
Now it's 2s to wound. We are strength 9 here, so that's 3, 6, 9. These are 2 damage.
Perfect.
So they're -2.
So they are 2 damage. I have one guy out of cover, so
Yeah.
he's going to take the first ones.
Yes.
He's on a 4+ save here.
Yep. So it's a save or die situation.
Oh no, 5+.
No, 5+. He's dead anyway on
So
the 3.
I have a 6 of fuel.
Oh, of course, do that, please. Yep. So it's 2 damage, so he needs to roll 2 dice. He
He's
gets
got 1 wound
Very
left,
nice.
so he tanks the next shot on a 5+. He's fine. Next shot on a 5+. Takes it.
So
2 damage.
2 damage.
So you have killed the guy out of cover.
So those 3 shots killed the one guy.
Now,
Makes sense. So you've got now.
Eliminates have a special rule that they get +2 to their saving cover. So we're on to 3 up save
Yeah,
here with
yeah.
the -2 AP.
That's it.
Of which I
That's
do
about
fail
it.
to. So
Cool.
the first guy
First guy is
is
slain,
dead,
and
the
second guy
second one,
is slain.
well played.
Okay,
Cool.
very nice. First
So that's paid
eliminator
off.
squad kill. Very
So
good.
now the 4 side cannon shots on the Impulsor. So that's
Okay.
got me a kill. So I've killed more than Vic.
Yeah.
That makes me very happy.
Yes.
Rerolling 1s, Mr. Voldus. Okay, then to wound you, sir. 3s, that's a 5. Because I'm strength 9.
Okay, sure.
At this point.
I'm
And he makes
fine
it.
on my invuln save.
Stylish.
very
Okay.
good.
Now Storm Bolters. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Storm Bolters. Here we go. Now these are hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. Mr. Voldus again, granting some buffs there. Cool, and then we're looking at 5s. Because they currently don't have the psi weapon keyword, because I haven't used the strategy. So there's no bonus strength currently. But despite that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds, my friends.
No worries. 7 3-up armor saves.
7 3-ups.
Followed by a 6-up feel no pain.
You got it.
1
One
damage.
down, so he's down to 10, I believe.
And I use one of these tokens.
Yeah. We'll
That's
grab
it.
you one in just a sec.
All
Very
right,
good.
then I'll move back because that's what you can do with the Imperator.
Okay, very nice. We now move on to this paladin unit. Hammerhand is being cast. We are still in the psychic phase.
Hammerhands. That is successfully cast, actually.
Fun. Very nice.
Cool.
Do you know what you're doing next?
It's only warp chance 5. I get +1 being grey knights anyway, just to let the people know.
Very good.
Cool. Right. Yes. The next thing will be my regeneration of a command point.
Ah, yes.
Imperium Domination.
Very good.
That does
an
go
8.
off, a 6 and a 2, and that particular guy gets +2. +1 with a Sanctic Shard, +1 for Brotherhood of Psychers.
Okay, very nice.
So I have a command point back, and it puts me on 6 left now, which is very useful.
Very good.
Right, I believe, unless I want to spend a CP on Sanctuary to cast another power or Astral Lane, which I don't, because it will have absolutely no effect. The only other thing I could do is Gate of Infinity, but I'm not going to do that because they can't charge after they've used the Edict Imperator. Okay. So that concludes my psychic phase.
Okay, very nice.
So yeah, interesting. So yeah, we're shooting.
All right, next. We'll come right back. It's the shooting. We are coming over to the Paladin unit here. Split fire. 3 into this Eliminator squad, 3 into this Eliminator squad. Blower, I'll learn to speak one day. Right, and you've used some stratagems?
Yeah, Sidebolt ammo, and again, the Fury of the Proven. Cool. So +1 to hit, so I'm hitting on 2.
Okay, very nice.
So this is the first 3. Let's say that it's on the blue squad.
Okay.
The blue cloaked squad. All but 1 hits. All but 2 hit even, forgive me. Okay, and then we are now currently strength 6, which is crazy because of the side we're in and the sidebolt and everything. So 3s to wound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds, my friends. And these are currently at -1.
-1.
Yeah.
So I have a 4-up armor save.
Oh, ouch.
Oh, okay, it happens.
Now these are damage 2
Right.
because they count as side weapons now.
Yes. So I have a 5-up feel no pain from the apothecary being nearby.
Sure do.
So the first guy takes 1 wound.
Cool.
And 1 dead. 2 dead. And then we can take all of these together.
Yeah, at the same time. 3 deads, cool. So that's 1 kill.
Blue squad, Lawrence?
It was the blue squad, my friend, yes.
Very good.
Then we will do the same again on the second Eliminator unit. So hitting on 2s here. Reroll that, that looks very skewed to me. Okay, then we will do 3s again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only the 4 wounds this time.
Okay.
Okay, maybe I can survive this one. Here we go. That's 2 failed.
Two
So
failed.
first one. Kills 1. Kills 2. That's good.
Okay, cool. So 1 left alive,
One
but
left alive.
pretty much the eliminators have been eliminated.
I see what you did there. No one's heard that one before.
Oh, I'm not original. Let's.
Well, I thought your moving of the Impulsor was quite impulsive.
Oh!
Why am I here?
I don't know. We have come into the charge phase. We will now be charging this Paladin unit into the Scouts, as well as the Impulsor here. You have some Overwatch, sir.
I do. So we have a crack grenade from the guy nearest,
Very nice.
That's not very nice.
which misses.
Which misses, but it is on 5s because of Iron Hat.
That's right. Got 2 bolter shots here. 2 hits.
Very nice.
2 wounds.
Okay.
1 wound.
Does take a wound. The Scouts making their presence known on this battlefield. Okay, we've taken our first wound. Now over to the Impulsor.
Impulsor. We'll do the 2 storm bolters first.
Sure.
Hitting on 5s with no rerolls. That is 1 wound
One
from the
wound
storm
there.
bolters.
You got it. That's a save.
That's it on a 6.
3 iron hail heavy stubbers.
1 hit there.
That is 1 wound minus 2.
That is a fail.
Okay.
Save, regardless
Takes
of the outcome.
another damage.
Okay.
Okay, now for the charge. So it is a -2 to charge Impulsors.
Yes. So let's see what I get, and then we'll debate it
got a
afterwards. So it's
6,
an 8
an 8.
in total. So it won't be enough to make the Impulsor, but it is enough to make the 2 scouts. The only thing that's up for debate now is whether I re-roll using CP. However, I do believe it's a 10 that's required. Yeah, because it was 8 away. It's not worth it. I will just go for the scouts.
I was just going to go for the scouts?
Yep.
Okay, we'll let you move them in. We'll be right back. Okay,
Cool.
there it is. We've just snugged in here. So it will be, we're going to do 5 paladins, and then if they're still alive,
I'll do the Paragon after.
we'll do the Paragon.
Okay, so hitting on 3s. And with Hammerhand, we are wounding on 2s. Cool, so he needs to make 3, 6, 9, 12 6-up saves, my friend.
I'm going to do the first 5.
Excellent.
Okay, 43.
43. It is only...
5.
Yeah, it's only...
Which one would you like me to do first, Lawrence?
You can do the one at a time. For
Absolutely no
excitement
difference.
value. For excitement value, he's dead.
Oh!
The Iron Hand.
That is the scouts wiped. They've definitely done their job, but they are now very, very dead.
Cool.
We'll let Lawrence do his consolidation moves. That will be the end of the turn. We'll come back and talk with our generals in just a moment. So that is that. That is the end. So we've just consolidated around there.
Yeah.
Shall we tell the points and then see how we thought the rounds went?
Oh yes, that's a good point. Why don't we do that? So, Vic, you did really well in your first turn. You got 2 points for recon, because you can get 2 points in ITC now.
Yeah, which is
he
very
managed
good.
to get 2 units in each quarter of the board.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't get kill 1, but he did hold an objective. Plus, he got the bonus for holding and or contesting up to 4 objectives on the battlefield. So that's currently put you on 4 points. Then, what other secondaries did you get? Gangbusters for 1, for 2, exactly, because he killed 4 paladins.
Yes.
So yeah, you're on 6 points.
6 points.
6 points, very nice.
Very good. I got kill 1. I got hold 1. I didn't hold more. However, Vic, as it currently stands, is holding more, so he will get, because he's got 3 and I've just got the 2.
So that'll put you on 7 in
that'll put him
total.
on 7 points. And secondary wise, I've achieved nothing so far, because I still don't have Headhunter. I still don't have Marked for Death yet. And I still don't have Recon yet either. So totals are, let's do this. I kill 1, I hold 1, I killed more, so that's something. So I'm on 3 points. And Vic is hold more, and he did get the bonus, so he's on 3 primary as well. But with the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 versus 3 at the moment. So Vic's still in a very commanding lead. Kind of I suspected would happen when he got that first turn. Yeah, how do I think it went? I think it went as well as it could do under the circumstances. Couple of interesting plays I could have done. He did have some gaps over here. I could have gone for a very, very bold Hail Mary, if you like. Shot up using the Psy Cannons. I could have placed 4 Psy Cannons here, and if I lucked out, destroyed the Chaplain Dreadnoughts.
Yes.
But it would have been quite lucky, and I don't want to rely on being lucky, because that's not a guarantee, right? And then what the plan would have been then is to charge this way, wipe this unit, and then hide in here. Yes. You see, so I would have come this way, and then he would be off this objective then, which would be very useful, which means he wouldn't have hold more, and I would have a big paladin unit hidden within his lines here. That could have been, it could have been the better play. I don't know, what do you guys think? But what I've decided to do is play it safer, because that was, I had to get the charge off, you know. There was a lot of things I had to do to make that work, whereas with this, I had a fair chance, a more reasonable chance of getting the edicts off, because I was hoping for the smites to kill the scouts first, and then moving back and having the unit protected again for another turn, and basically playing the long game.
Sure.
So that's my thoughts. What about you?
Personally, I think you played perfectly. I think there's not a single mistake there that I can see. But now I'm in a fairly decent position, because I can, on the next round, so I always try and think 1 turn ahead, I can still get the double recon again.
That's right.
I can still get the bonus, because this impulsor can move on to that objective, which will still give me 4.
Yeah.
Sure, and that's all you need.
That's it.
That's all I need. I would get my kill 1 and again give up kill more, which is perfectly fine because chances are I'll probably still get hold more on the next round as long as I can put a second unit on this objective. Because if he picks that unit off, he can then go for the hold equal.
Sure.
If he goes very aggressive. So very important I put 1 extra unit there, and that should put me 2 up on the primary.
Sure.
And quite a far up on the secondary.
Okay, very good.
And hopefully that gives him not enough turns to catch up. So even if I was to play very conservative, I could win just by 1 or 2 points.
Sure.
But I'd probably be crazy and just try and kill everything.
Well, look, very, very interesting. I'm really enjoying watching this one, guys. I hope you are as well. We are going to let Vic do his movement phase, and we will be back at the end of that in turn 2 very shortly. Right, before we do the movement, of course, we need to do the litanies. Don't listen to me, I don't know what I'm talking about. So, we will start with you, Vic. Where would you like to go first?
Perfect. So we're going to start off here. He's going to go for the ignore mortal wounds on a 5-up.
Okay, very nice.
Which does fail, unfortunately.
Okay, fair enough.
Over here, there's no point putting +1. Actually, there is a point putting +1 to wound, because if I can force transhuman here, it takes him down to 1 command point.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put +1 to wound on the Leviathan.
Okay.
Which does go off.
Which does go off on a 5. Yes. Okay, very nice. Do you have any litanies, sir?
I do. I'm going to put the -1, the additional -1 on this unit back here.
Okay.
That does go off.
Does go off. Okay, great. So now you may do your movement.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Turn 2 movement phase is complete, and the Iron Hands have fanned out. Playing defensively here, we know that all of those strike teams are coming down next turn, so we are mitigating where they can actually land. So we've pretty much stayed stationary with the Leviathan. We've come forward with this unit of 10 intercessors here. This impulsor has moved forward to make sure we're holding this objective. We've stayed stationary with that one as well over there, that impulsor. We've fallen back over here with the Chaplain Dreadnought, so they're now holding that objective, as well as this unit of intercessors here. The lieutenants moved back to support as well. We've moved over here with the Eliminator, and we did an advance with Feros and the Chapter Master, is that right? Or just Feros?
Just Feros.
Just Feros? Great, very good. And at the end of the turn, we need to roll with the Apothecary to see if one of the Eliminators comes back.
So it's on a 4-up and rerollable because it's a Master Apothecary.
Okay, so failed the first one, but does bring one back this turn. Very nice. He'll go badunk right there. Now, is there anything else I missed in that movement phase? I think I got it all.
Yes.
Yes? Look at me. All right, let's do some shooting. We'll be right back. Alrighty, so one thing I forgot to mention, obviously, Feros heals, it's just flat 3, isn't it?
Flat 3, yeah.
So good. So we're now back to full fighting fit with this impulsor here. But now we're going to shoot. We're coming over to the Chapter Master who's firing into the Paladin unit here.
Sure.
Okay.
And would you like to employ any strategies?
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Hitting on a 2.
He hits.
Strength 4. That is a wound.
Okay, very nice.
That is a save.
Makes a save.
See, my whole battle plan revolves around me making all of my saves.
Yes, okay. Well, good luck to you, sir. Coming over to the Chaplain, Venerable Dreadnought now firing into the Paladin.
I've just noticed that one of them's on 1 wound, so I am actually going to shoot the impulsor at him.
Okay, very good.
Don't play well.
I didn't see that.
Okay, here we go. So Stormbolters first.
That is 4 wounds.
4 wounds. Okay, very nice.
Right.
The 2s here.
2 failed.
Okay, so 1 is slain and 1 is on 2 wounds remaining. And now you've got some more firepower
The
there.
Iron Hail Heavy Stubber does hit all 3 times.
Very nice.
And wounds 2 more times.
Okay, we do 2 more
1,
times.
2,
No problem, friends. Let's see what I get. Both
Okay,
saves.
saves them both. But Lawrence's plan sort of paying off.
Aha.
Haha! Very good. Do you know what you're shooting next?
Yes, we're going to go on to, because he's taken 2 wounds there, I still have angle over here, so instead I'm going to shoot a few Stalker Bolt rifles this way.
Okay.
So we've got the full unit of 5 here, shooting straight into that.
Very nice.
Yeah, these guys can't really see. So, 5 hitting on 3s with a Chapter Master in range.
Very nice, all hits.
Forced wound is 4 wounds.
4 wounds. Oof.
You got it.
Okay, he does make three of them, but one goes through. It's 2 damage. That is another paladin killed. Very nice. Lieutenant now firing into the paladin unit. He has a 3 damage Stalker bolt rifle. Brutal stuff.
He does hit on a 3 though. Okay. He rerolls 1s because it's an iron hand.
Yeah.
It misses.
Okay. It wasn't his day. Very good. Do you know what you're shooting next?
Yes. Chaplain Venerable Dreadnought is going to be shooting at the paladins as well.
Perfect. Okay, let's go for it. So the las cannons. Okay, can we roll the ones? Cool. So 1 hit.
Wounding on 2s.
Oh, it's 2 hits. Forgive me. Okay, cool. 2 wounds.
5 ups.
Hit 1 and fail 1.
Okay, cool.
That is 6 damage.
Okay,
Alright.
so another is slain. Which one would you like to remove, Lawrence?
I will remove. Just having a little look. See here. Much of a muchness at this point. Yep, we'll remove. Oh, excuse me. I'll remove him.
Okay, very nice. Do you know what you're shooting next?
We're going to shoot the Leviathan Dreadnought into these guys.
Okay, wow. I've been looking forward to this.
So he has 10 shots per gun, and he also has 3 hunter killer missiles, but I'm not going to be using them this time.
Okay.
So we've got 10 shots from one arm. And then
It's such a brutal amount of firepower.
And it's for this reason that I'm not bothering employing any strats on this unit. I've kind of already written this unit off. So if blowing the strats, in my opinion, early defensively here would mean that I couldn't actually buff up my big strong unit at the back. So
Sure.
I'm sort of playing the longer game. And look, if any of them survive, happy days. I'm not expecting it to happen. Yeah.
Well, let's see. This will be the moment of truth for the
Indeed.
paladins.
Indeed.
The Hammers of Titan. All right, if you'd like to roll, sir.
Perfect. 2's rerolling 1s. Okay. And he has a +1 to wound here.
Yes.
Okay, so 3's to wound. Can we roll the 1s because of the lieutenant there? It's not a bad roll.
4, 8, 12, 16 at -3.
You got it. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Alright. Cool, so those are our saves, and then that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and the unit is wiped.
And that is the end of the paladins. Wowzers. Last bit of shooting now. We have 1 indirect shot into this unit of paladins. They are the only ones that are in range.
So this is a +2 to hit here, so it's hitting on a 2.
Very nice.
Strength 5, which does wound. And this ignores your cover here, arms. -2. You're fine.
Cool,
Fine.
-2.
Okay, cool. Is that all the shooting?
That is my entire turn done.
Okay, very good. So we've claimed back the centre of the board here. Very nice.
Yep.
We've
Got a
now
bonus for 4 objectives.
Yep, we've got the bonus. We've got the 4 objectives there. 2, 3, and 4 under there. We've now filled out gangbusters as well.
2 for gangbusters, and then we've also got 1 for recon here, and we've also got 1 for a kill a single unit.
Okay, very, very nice turn. Racking up those points. We will come back after Lawrence's movement phase. Let's see what he can do. Turn 2 movement phase is complete for the Grey Knights, and the Strike Marines are nowhere to be seen. They have been held off. Lawrence has a cunning plan.
It's not that cunning.
Okay.
It's kind of, I think my hand's been forced a bit just due to the way that everything's zoned out. I couldn't quite place them anywhere where I would get a decent enough return without just losing them needlessly. So, yeah, well look, I'll see if I can catch the points. I don't think I can at this stage if I'm honest, but if I get a couple of things go off this turn, and I have a really good next turn, or rather Vic whiffs a bit, then it could be a problem for Vic.
I see.
We like to cause problems.
Yes, we do.
So,
Okay. So shall we just go straight into the psychic phase?
if you like, yeah.
Yeah, let's just do it. We're going to roll on. We'll do it as a little bit of a summary.
That's it. So I'm going to cast Astral Aim on this Paladin unit to begin with.
Okay.
That is exactly what I needed. Now, the key thing with that is the characters I've moved to make sure that they're not within 24 inches of any of his units.
Okay.
So he can't deploy his stratagem to deny me.
Right, very good.
Okay, so Astral Aim is now on that unit. That's
Okay.
a nice start.
Very nice.
I will then cast Armoured Resilience with Voldus on this unit. That's a -1 to wounds. Now, just check my CP. I think I'm on 3 left currently.
You are, yes.
Yeah.
Debating the +1 to cast?
That's right, yeah, because it will give me a nice aura on all of those characters now, which would really be useful. Just thinking how much CP I want to spend, however, it would be nice to just cast it without the need for the +1. So at this stage, that's actually what I'm going to do. I'm just going to cast it anyway.
Okay, very good.
I don't feel that I need the +1 in this instance, but of course I do. But even with the +1, I would have failed it anyway, so
Okay.
I live with that. So
It's on a 7, is that right?
it's on a 7, yeah.
Ooh, okay.
So it's a tough one, yeah. So that's fine. That's fine. I will now cast Sanctuary on that unit.
Okay.
Let's establish what Sanctuary is doing. Because even if I'd need a 4+ to still get it off now. Yeah, it's not worth it. So that's fine. Sanctuary. Sanctuary does go off.
Okay.
So you
good.
do have a 4+ invulnerable save. Yes.
Okay.
That's not insignificant.
No.
Then I will cast to get my command point. That does go off. So I am back up to
Very
4
nice.
CP. So
Okay.
that's something.
Yes.
Okay. Next, I will cast Ethereal Manipulation, which is re-rolling all hits if I'm within half range of a target.
Okay, very nice.
That's from Mr. Voldus. Goes off.
Yep.
Cool.
Very
So
nice.
they are re-rolling all of their hits now, which is cool. Then I will cast Hammerhand, and that is on the unit themselves.
Okay, so the paladins cast that.
No.
Yeah. So
From the unit itself.
this is from the unit itself. Yes. Sure. Just because I can. Okay, that's not good. So D3 mortal wounds.
Alright.
It's just a 1, so I'll take that.
Okay.
Cool. Then, I will cast. One over here somewhere. 2. There we go. Right. Okay. Then it's got to be Gate of Infinity,
The big one.
the big one.
Here we go.
So yeah, we'll take that as it is for the moment. Mr. Gate of Infinity, do not let me down. It doesn't.
Success. There
Very
you go.
nice.
Significant.
Okay, the plan is afoot.
That's on the Paladins, by the way.
Yes, I thought so. I thought so. We'll let you move then, we'll be right back. Last power.
Last power is Edict Imperator. So I'm not in range to shoot, so I basically forego my shooting. But if I do get the power off, I'll get to move again, which will put me back against this wall here
Okay.
for the objective. So
Very nice.
let's do this. Fails to go off because it is 7. I think it's actually 7 that's required, or a 6 or a 7, but it
Okay.
does fail to go off.
Okay,
I
fair
can't
enough.
reroll it because that wasn't from the library.
Okay.
Unless you use a command point.
Unless I use the command point at this stage. Frankly, you're probably going to hold more regardless.
You are going to grab the objective.
And I'm going to grab that anyway. So, although the thing is, it depends what I do with my charge. I can't really afford to re-roll at this
Okay.
stage with my CP, so I just have to wear it.
We're going to wear it for what it is. So is that the end of the psychic phase?
That is the end of the psychic phase.
Okay.
Yeah, let's now do some shooting.
All right, we'll be back in the shooting phase in just a sec.
It's not want us to be fair.
The paladins now firing everything into this impulsor here.
That's it.
So we are in half range. The power did go off. That allows you to re-roll all of your hits.
Yep.
If you'd like to continue to shoot, sir.
Yep, so side cannons. We're still in the tide of shooty shoot now because this is re-roll hits, not missed hits.
Mm-hmm.
So it's that sort of the new wording. Despite moving, I can also re-roll these 3s,
Very good.
which is very, very handy.
Yeah.
And that worked out.
Yeah. Nice.
Now it's 3s to wounds. We are strength 8s, and it's the humble impulse with toughness 7. So that is 3, 6, 9 wounds. -2, but you've got a shield dome, so 4+. That's 2 damage for everyone that goes through.
Okay, the 5 go through.
So I go through.
10 damage.
10 damage.
Got a
not
6
bad.
up, feel no pain.
Mm-hmm.
Of which I make 1, so
Okay.
he is down to 2 wounds.
9
2
wounds.
remaining.
Alright. And then we got the Stormbolters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, These are hitting on 3s this time, rerolling. Sadly, I couldn't afford to put any special bits, strategies,
Sure.
but I have forced another 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 wounds, my friends.
And you don't have the negative AP on this?
There is no negative AP, so you're looking at 3s.
3 ups.
Oh, very nice. Just needs the 6. No, okay, so he's got 1 wound remaining. An incredible roll.
That is bad news.
Oh, okay, very nicely
Awkward.
done.
That's bad news.
Okay, is that the end of the shooting?
Well, yes, it is, because nothing else is in range currently.
Okay,
So.
fair enough.
Alright.
Got lucky there. We will be back in the charge phase. Let's see what happens. It is now the charge phase. A crucial phase, I believe, for the Grey Knights here. It has been declared on this unit. Vic, I believe you have one, the Primaris there, that can see.
I have one over here with the Chapter Master reroll.
Okay.
That is
He
a miss,
misses.
but I get another chance. It misses.
Okay, fair enough.
Right.
So we've declared it on this unit here.
Yeah. Tricky one, because not getting the extra kill has put me in a really sticky position primary wise. So I actually really need to kill that unit now.
Yeah.
And then potentially slingshot myself further so that I can get a wrap on something else, and that would keep me in the game.
Okay, I'm ready when you are.
Come on.
Okay.
Needs a 9.
6.
That's another
It's a 9.
Yes.
That'll do. The game is still afoot. We will
By a
let
whisker.
you by a whisker. We'll let you do your move. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Alrighty. So this is how we've ended up after the charge. So it is now time to do pile-ins, consolidates, etc.
That's right. So basically, the plan is I'm going to pile in such a way, I'm basically aiming to surround Feros.
Right.
That's the weird plan here.
Okay.
We want to trap him, you see.
I see.
Now, we're going to take a tremendous amount of punishment next turn if we pull this off.
Yes.
From people like the Chapter Master with the Burning Blades, Chaplains with Power Fists. But that's better than being shot at first and then that happening anyway.
Yeah.
You know? And it also means that I will at least, hopefully, have a kill one. And I will also, I'm just doing these pile-ins here so that you can sort of see what's going on. I don't know if I can fit through there. It appears I can, so that's cool. So we'll use that gap. So what that will mean is that I've at least got kill one, and I potentially afforded myself an extra turn of being in this game. Because for every turn that I have the paladins left, that will be good. It's a good turn for me.
Okay, very nice.
All right, so I've done the pile in there just so you can see how that move works. And the way that I get this way is I end up fighting with this unit twice.
Okay,
So then I'll pile in again, and then I'll consolidate again.
sure.
You see, so then you end up getting this massive movement, which will hopefully bring me over here. Well, in fact, will bring me over here, providing I can kill those chaff around Feros, because otherwise he could potentially block me off.
If I was to leave, say, this guy here,
That's right.
he would still get the wrap on this unit, but I'd probably fail the morale.
Yes.
Yeah.
And at that point,
And
he would lose
deliberately
the wrap.
remove that guy. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, exactly. Perfectly perfect. So, okay, well look, that's it. I've piled in. Do you want me to do some fighting now?
Yeah, let's do some fighting.
Okay, so this is, we did get Hammerhand on this unit.
Yes.
We got the
But
hammer
you've
hand
got
on there.
You've got, and we did get our litany off, but you've got a 5+ invulnerable save
I
because of
do.
Feros.
I'm not going to use transhuman on this because actually I'm thinking 2 turns ahead. I would
Yeah.
like a fight on death with one of these characters if need be.
Oh,
Sure.
yes, abuse of strength.
So we're not going to go transhuman here. We're going to let him get the wrap if he's able to kill the unit naturally anyway.
Okay, sure. Very good. Right.
Cool. Let me get some dice and I'll be right back.
Okay, very good. Here we go.
Okay.
Will the
these
plan
are the
pan out?
halberds. It's shock assault. We're hitting on 3s. Okay. And because of Hammerhand, we're wounding on 2s actually,
Quite
which
nice.
is really useful. Okay, a few 1s.
Can I roll your dice, Lawrence?
Yes, absolutely, sir. Absolutely. So those are your saves. Now these are 5+ invulnerable saves.
They are. Here we go. I've made quite a few.
He's done well. He's definitely done also very good. It's
Oh,
actually
so-
half of them.
Very
So
nice.
3, 6, still 7, 8 have gone through.
You've got to do these one at a time. Here.
Yes, so D3 damage, 2 wounds,
5 of feel no pains.
1 is dead, D3 damage, 1 wound, and the next one goes through on him, 3 wounds.
He's
Okay,
fine.
the next one goes through on him. 3 wounds. He's
That's the
dead.
second one dead.
And the next one. 3 wounds. He's dead. And the next one. 1 wound. And the same guy. Off the board. That's how we do it. 1 wound. Okay.
1 damage.
And the next one. He has 3 wounds.
Okay, you take 1 more out.
Cool.
4 down.
So 4 items.
Okay,
Very
good.
cool.
All right.
So now, I'll let him remove those casualties.
Yep.
I will then consolidate, and then I'm going to pop 3 CP to fight again.
Okay, very good. Let's see what we do. Finish, Lawrence!
I will hit with the Paragon.
Yeah, that would be good.
Okay, right. So he hits on 2s. He hits with all. He'll be wounded on 2s with hammer hands. Okay, just to do with wounds. You pass both because he's only -1. Oh no, the litany is -2. Yes.
So
Huzzah!
one goes through for
One
D3.
goes through. D3 damage. 3 wounds. And the trusty Paragon kill another. He can.
He does.
Yeah.
5 down.
So
Very
he
nice.
kills exactly half with the first round.
Perfect.
Hopefully, we can kill the other half the second round.
Well, let's see what happens. We'll be right
I do
back.
get to punch you first.
He does hit me first.
Yeah, sure,
This
that's
is like
true.
a minor technicality.
Let's let you remove those models and then we'll come right back. It is time for the Primaris to strike back. Very cool.
Alright, brilliant. So I'm going to start off with a Power Fist here.
Okay.
It's got 2 wounds left on that model. I've got 3 attacks base, 1 for getting charged. Hitting on 4s because it's -1 from the Power Fist, but rerolling everything from the Chapter Master. That's 3 hits.
Nice.
I am strength 8 and
Twos,
armor
my
resilience has failed, so
Yep.
2s with no rerolls. Just
go.
2 wounds.
2 wounds, sir. 2 wounds. Both fail.
Both go through. So the first guy on 2 wounds left is dead,
Okay.
and the second guy has got 1 left.
You got it.
Wound. Okay, very nice. Do you want to move on to your other Marines there? Your
Yeah, sure.
intercessors?
So I've got 3 intercessors who can fight here. Each of them have 2 attacks base, but +1 for charging, so that takes me to 9 attacks.
Very nice.
And these are hitting on 3s,
Alright.
rerolling.
Yep.
Wounding on 4s with no rerolls. That is a total of 6 wounds there.
Oh,
bad.
so that's 3,
Drop
4,
1.
5, 6.
That's
Cool.
taken out a second.
But that
paladin.
does kill a second paladin right at this point. I know it sounds funny, but I might actually use a CP to just keep him alive for the additional attacks.
Sure.
Because as we were just shown there, I failed to kill really half the units. So weirdly, I'm going to actually use this CP.
Sure.
So I need all of the attacks I can get,
Sure.
and that does pay off.
So,
I'm down to 3.
alive. Okay, great.
But he is still alive on the 1 wound. All right.
Very nice.
Now I will consolidate, do that movement and so forth. And
We will be back shortly. So, we are about to strike again. Now, we did get excited and go ahead to Vix before consolidating.
yes,
with
because
this
I would be
unit.
allowed to consolidate first. you
Yes.
see. But this is the nature of filming. When you chop it, you stop and start.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's where I would have been after the consolidates.
Right.
Now what I'll do is I'll pile in, and I'll try and get that.
He's
that
using the
round.
fight again strategy.
Yes,
Yeah.
because I've got 3 CP, and we can see that I've got a guy which I can bring here, guy which I can bring here, which gets them just over the side of his base here, and then this guy can come this way, and then we've got a triangle around him, and that wraps and traps him. So I just wanted to show you guys that,
Sure.
because it's a Tactica, that's what we do.
Yeah, very good.
And then the rest will try and kill this Marine unit.
Okay, very nice. Well, look, we'll let you do those moves now,
Cool.
and then we'll be back to the fight phase in just a sec. As you can see after pylons, here is how we are looking. Pharos is almost completely wrapped, and he will be by the time the consolidation phase is complete.
Yeah.
We've managed to get 7 of the paladins to be able to fight these Primaris who are left, and that's because of this guy here is within an inch of this guy here, so who is within an inch of another model, so we get an extra 4 attacks. So we've got 6 halberds.
So, halberds, first up. Halberds. Yeah, okay.
Very good.
Not bad. 2 to win. This is the fun part. That's good. Cool. Yes, those saves there. So it's 5 up in bonds here. See, normally it'd be a 6 up save.
Yeah, but it's
This
fun.
Pharos,
He's a problem.
very cheeky. Oh, I think I might get away with that.
You
so
are
not
going
as
to
good as
get
last
away with
time.
it. Perfect. There you go.
Cool. So 3, 6, 9, 12 have gone through here.
Only 5 boys remaining.
That's it. Right. So D3 damage. Da-da-da-da-da-da. 2 wounds. Okay, D3 damage on the 1 wound guy. That's just the 1. He's dead. D3 damage, sir. 2.
1 left.
D3 damage, sir. Another 2. He's dead. D3 damage, sir. 1.
Fine.
Loves it.
Okay. D3 damage, sir.
Oh,
3 this time.
Very
on
nice.
5. Yeah. He's dead. D3 damage, sir. Another 3.
So many. Oh,
Okay, D3 damage. That's another 2 on him.
Do you kill him? Yes,
He's
you
dead.
did. Well, last guy left.
D3 damage. Right, I've got 4
Roll
left,
them up,
so I'm just going to
yeah.
roll them all up together. You take 3, 6, 9, 10 wounds.
There's 5.
We've killed the unit.
The unit has been wiped.
So now we'll consolidate around Feros and towards that objective.
Yes.
So that I will have still a hold one, and finally I have a kill one.
Yeah.
Which ain't bad.
Which ain't bad at all. And then that will be the end of your turn.
Well, I do get to fight with Feros.
Oh,
He
of
does.
course you
now,
do.
this is an unfortunate... Now, you could choose to not fight with him, though, couldn't you?
I could. I was thinking, what's the strategic relevance to that?
There is none.
I mean, I'm just saying, you know, you could make that life choice.
Yeah,
but, it would be a bad one. All right,
Yeah.
would you like to kill me now?
I will try.
Yeah, very good. All right, if you'd like to strike
Of course.
back.
Feros has 5 attacks base, +1. For not +1 because he was not charged.
It was consolidated into, yeah.
So he actually hits on a base of 3s, but he does reroll from the chapter master. He gives me
Very
5
nice.
hits. He's strength 7, so 3s with no rerolls, just 1. This is minus
Hey,
your reroll.
Okay,
Huzzah!
very good. So with that, that will be the end of Grey Knight's turn 2. A significant one. The game is afoot.
Yes.
It's semi-interesting now.
It's semi-interesting.
Absolutely.
Lawrence is going to get pummeled back with a lot of characters and stuff this turn.
Nothing I can do about that.
Nothing we can do about that, but this will be an interesting one. So this would be when we would normally talk to our generals to see how they're feeling. I mean, Lawrence, what's going on?
Yeah, look, I think I've lost the game, to be honest, because for a couple of reasons. Vic got the ball control very, very early, and that made it very, very difficult for me. He's protected his assets, like the Marked for Death units, really, really well. The impulsors, which you don't normally see in the Warhammer list, have actually been brilliant because they're basically absorbing any potential smites that I want to kick out.
Yes.
And it's because of them that I've really held back with my Strike Marines, and normally I would have come in by now. However, the fact that I have got that charge off, and I'm now down to 0 CP, guys, by the way. But I'm now in a situation where if I manage to tank what's about to come, it could be a real problem for him. Because in my next turn, I could start, or potentially even in his turn, if he wants to charge me, I could start picking up those headhunter points, and then I'll start crawling my way back into the game, which is appropriate, because that's what spiders do. They sort of crawl.
They scuttle
Their way
around.
back in.
Yeah, and Vic, what are you feeling now?
So I'm definitely on the upper hand, but because he made that charge there, he's definitely got a game here. He was in a position where he was losing a lot on the primary, but because he's got kill 1 now, he's removed kill more from me, and that was a 2-point swing because he wouldn't have had a kill at all.
Sure.
Now he's in a position where if he can tank these hits, get his strike squads down, and aggressively move his characters up, it might be enough for him to get a chunk of points in. Bit of luck goes his way, you never know.
Very, very good. Well, look, we have litanies to roll now.
Yes.
So where would we like to start? Yours are kind of out of the way over here,
So,
Lawrence.
really, I'll put the additional minus on my chaplain.
Okay, why not?
Yeah.
No.
Good chat.
And Vic, what are you going to cast?
Over here, we're going to go +1 to wound on this Chaplain Dreadnought.
Okay, very nice.
Actually, interestingly, there's not much point because I can't shoot anything. So we're going to go reroll all hits in combat on that side.
Okay, very nice.
Looking for a 3-up, which is a 5.
Okay, very nice.
And over here, we're going to go for a 5+ mortal wound ignore aura,
Okay.
which goes off as well.
Which goes off as well. Very good. Vic, we'll let you do your movement. We'll be back in just a sec.
Here we go.
Let's see what happens. Turn 3 movement phase is complete, and we are moving towards this blob of paladins here. We've come forward over here with the chaplain. This impulsor has moved over to be holding that objective. This and we've done a little shuffle with that impulsor over there. The Leviathan has moved around the corner. This chaplain dreadnought has moved over there as well. Lieutenant's pretty much stayed where he was. And yeah, well, these units have all shuffled forward, but also maintaining the screen here to protect the alpha units. We get to the end of the phase and we just need to do a heal over here with the apothecary, I believe.
Yes, yeah. He only had lost 1 wound, so he's just automatically healed.
So he's just automatically healed. Perfect. Okay, great. That is that. So that is the movement phase done. There will be a shooting phase. Let's see what happens for you to shoot.
No, there isn't. I'm not sure if Pharaohs has a pistol. I'll just double check.
Okay, very cool.
He does have 1 wound left from one of his characters.
That would be epic if he takes one down with a pistol.
Don't do that.
Yes, the Iron Father.
He must have a bolt pistol, mustn't he?
Father has a bolt pistol.
Let's do it!
It's a bolt pistol. I mean, you know.
2 up.
It's a hit.
It is a wound.
It's a wound, Lawrence.
Here you go.
Save or
One
die.
coming up.
Okay, very good. Well, look, let's go straight into the charge phase. Do you know who you're charging where and
Yes.
when?
So we're going to get these characters out of the way for them. So we're going to charge the Chapter Master into the squad.
Okay.
There's a 10.
Yes, we are. Very
So
nice.
it's a fairly large charge. I'm just going to slip through the gap here and
Let
come
me
out
come
over there.
around this side. I think it's going to be a bit better. So we've come around over here. Very nice.
I just got to make sure I'm going to be in range with everyone else. The Chaplain Dread is going to go in around here.
On an 8, he certainly is.
What I would give for 2 CP right now.
Interrupt, yeah. The Apothecary is going to make a little charge and hide back here.
Okay, very nice. On a 7, he certainly is. Very nice.
Now, the big one is this squad is going to make a charge in.
Okay.
They get a
On a 7.
which I think on this guy, I'm just out. I need an 8.
Okay.
So,
got-
interestingly, it's potentially worth the command point.
Yeah.
So I am going to re-roll that, looking for a 2 up.
Okay, very good.
Are you ready?
I am ready. Oh, yes.
Hey!
12. Okay, very nice.
So not only does that give me a Thunderhammer, but I also get the objective back.
Okay, so very nicely done there. I'll let you move those in because that's a bit more fiddly and we'll be right back.
Thank
The
you.
charges continue. Where are we going next?
We're going to go with these 2 Eliminators charging in.
Okay, why not? On a 10, they certainly will. In they go.
And then we're going to go with the purple, actually purple Intercessors. Yeah, we're going to go with the blue Intercessors.
Okay, very good. Oh, wow. He's rolling very well.
That is a 10-inch charge through the crater. And that'll just get me a 2nd unit on that objective.
Very nice.
And then this purple squad will do a charge as well.
Okay.
Get in. Perfect.
4. Just going to nudge those guys in over there. Very nicely done. Is that all your charges?
That is everything. What we might do, actually, interestingly, is potentially get the Leviathan in.
Okay.
That is a 10-inch charge. We'll leave it.
We'll leave it? Okay.
Actually, no. You know what? I am going to go for it because I could do a nice student of history and come over here behind the impulsor, so his character smites hit that, and then I have free ranges to shoot unless he screens. Let's try it.
Okay, very nice. Oh,
So
very good. Okay, nice
start to
work
win.
there. The characters suddenly hear this thudding as the Leviathan comes storming through the center. If only they knew what to do. Starting with the blue Intercessor squad here. Okay, we're going to start with them.
Perfect. So they've got 3 attacks each from the normal guys. The sergeant actually has 5 attacks as he comes with an extra chainsaw.
Oh, very nice.
And they are hitting on 3s, rerolling everything from the chapter master who's hiding in there.
He's only missed with 2. They are hungry for death.
These are like blood angels.
Yeah.
And 4s to wound here.
Okay.
That is a brilliant roll. That is 7, 8.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No problem. Here we go. 2s.
Don't
All
drop
but 1. So
one.
we kill 1
So we do-
of the paladins.
The first drops. Very nice. Do you know what unit you're attacking with next?
Yeah, so we're going to go with the purple squad of intercessors here.
Okay.
They've just got 2 guys fighting. I'm just going to grab 1 more guy in here.
Sure.
There we go. Which gives me, again, 6 attacks from normal guys and 5 more from the sergeant.
Okay, very nice.
3 misses. There's 1 miss. And then we are wounding on classy number 4. That is 5 wounds.
5 wounds, very good.
Fair one.
Okay, drops another wound there, puts them down, one of them to 2 remaining. Do you know what you're attacking with next?
Yeah. So now that we've got one guy and 2 wounds, we're going to look for something that does 2 damage. In this case, we've got the Burning Blade Primaris Captain.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to go with him. He has a base of 5 attacks, plus 1 for charging.
Insane amount of attacks.
Too many.
Okay, if you'd like to roll.
Alright, perfect. I have 2 CP left, so I'm not going to do anything fancy.
Okay.
Hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s. That is 1 miss.
Okay.
And this is strength more than 4, so 3s. That is 4 wounds on 4 up inbound.
You got it.
Are you going to do any warding staves first?
Well, yes, that's literally what I was about to say. So the Paragon will tank these now.
Okay. So
we've
take
got
the first one that you fail.
Exactly.
You might want to do one at a time.
Damages.
2 damage.
Of course, so that will kill me. Yep. Okay, so here we go. Saves. Saves. Saves.
Easy.
Okay, saved on 4 pluses anyway.
Very nice.
Okay.
Crazy.
Okay, do you know what we're doing next?
Fantastic, yeah. So we will go with the Eliminators now.
Okay.
So we have 2 guys and a sergeant. So that gives me 3 plus 4, 7 attacks. That's 2 more wounds, Lawrence.
You got it. These are damage 1, right?
Damage 1.
Yeah, because you're doing these normal marines. So that's... Okay, he takes 1 wound. Got 1 wound left on the Paragon.
On the Paragon, very good.
Great. We're going to go with the Apothecary next.
Okay.
It has 3 attack space, 1 for charging, and he also owns a chainsaw.
Yeah, very nice.
You roll him.
Good thing too.
4 is to wound. That gives me 4 wounds.
4 wounds, very nice.
Could do with 1.
No, Vic. Come on now. All 2s.
We've got 1 there.
Oh, well,
almost
nearly
all
all
2.
were 2s. Right, Paragon is slain.
Paragon is slain. Okay, very good.
Okay.
Do you know what you're struggling with?
Yes,
next?
now that we've got 3 damage to go through, we can either do Thunder Hammers or the Chaplain Dread. Better to do the Chaplain Dread in this case.
Okay, very good.
So we've got 4 attack space, plus 1 for charging. Hitting on 2s, rerolling. And wounding on 2s, because his strength loads. That is 2 failed, unfortunately. 3.
Hey, 4 ups.
Let's pick up 3 paladins there.
Oh,
That was the worst case scenario.
No, 3 paladins. I'll let you remove them. We'll be right back. So we've now piled in with these intercessors here. The Thunderhammer is in range. Can we finish off these paladins? We'll have to see. It is 4 attacks.
Hitting on 4s, rerolling everything here.
2 so far.
Just 2.
Okay.
I'm wounding on 2s, but I have the lieutenant in range here, but don't need it.
Okay, very nice.
Great. Can I get some?
3 damage each on these, Lawrence.
Do you make 1?
Okay, so another paladin
Yep.
is slain. We have 3 left.
Yep.
Right. I believe you've now struck with all of your charging units.
I have 1 other charging unit, which is the Leviathan, who will pile in just into this space here.
Okay.
He's got 3 inches and then he's got a 6-inch consolidate afterwards. I'm just going to tuck in back here and look angrily at these characters.
Cool. And then I believe it will be Ferros now to hit because he was still in combat and it's now your initiative.
Ferris is not charged, so he's on his base attacks. Rerolling everything, thank God. Everything hits. Wounding on 3s. That is a total of 4 wounds on your invuln.
You got it. Hey,
Oh, he's made them all.
There we go.
That's
Okay,
useful.
very nice. So he has taken a lot of blows, but there are still 3 paladins alive. Lawrence, do you know what you're attacking, or do you need to think about this?
Don't need to think about
We're
it.
going straight in, people.
So I need to pick up some characters here. Also, you've failed to kill a unit so far this turn.
I have, yeah.
Whereas, so I've already got kill more at the moment. Because I killed...
No, we're in a new battle round.
Oh, of course, yes.
Yeah.
Because he went first, yes.
Yes.
But if you get a single kill here...
If I get a
you will
single
have
kill, I will have equalled it. What I want to do is remove his buffs. So that my smites will do a lot more damage next turn, like a lot more damage. Because going from a 6-up feel no pain to a 5-up feel no pain to a 6-up feel no pain will be significant. But what I need to do is ensure that I can actually kill that apothecary. I've got to see if this guy's within an inch, so I can put 2 in on him. And I'm not within an inch, and I cannot move. So I'll just have to go by the fates, really. So 1 paladin will strike your apothecary,
And the others?
and the other 2 will hit in this instance, right, Ferros is invuln. He doesn't have one other than 5 up, does he?
That's right. So he's got a 5 up invuln. He's got a 5 up field of pain built in. If you kill the apothecary first, he is T5 base.
Yeah.
So you'll be wounding him on 3s.
Yeah.
And he's got 7 wounds as well.
Or I could start to try and remove one of these layers of screen here.
Do you want to have a think? We can come back in a sec.
Let me actually have a little think here.
We've had a think. How are we splitting these attacks?
Well, one on the apothecary, I'd love to get the second one in, but I can't move this guy anymore. So I will actually put the other 2, because Ferros's buff, the 5+ invulnerable, isn't actually as relevant current. It does work in combat though, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Yeah, actually, based on that, no, I'll just attack Ferros.
Everything into Ferros.
All 3 into Ferros?
No. 2 into Ferros, 1 into the apothecary.
Okay, here you
right,
go.
so 1 into the apothecary. Yep, the worst result. 2 hits, well not the worst result, but up there. It is 2 wounds though.
Alright.
We're still in the game.
5 up. I do fail both.
Okay.
Now you're 5 wounds?
4.
4, oh, because this is a normal marine apothecary.
Yeah,
that's how we're rolling.
So you've got
That
2
is
there.
4 wounds.
I've got 4 feel no pains, 1 to survive.
Oh, and he's dead, which would be huge.
Oh, I do make 3.
The rest now into Ferros.
Yes, Ferros. Got 2 hits. And that is 5 wounds.
5 wounds, alright.
Yes. Is he T5, by the way?
He is T5.
That's fine, because hand to hand I get the +1 to wound anyway. So just
Perfect. So it is -3, so 5 ups. I do make 2,
Yep.
so you've got 3
3
through.
3d3. 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds.
Okay. He's got his 5 up feel no pain as well. He does make 2, so he takes 4. So he's down to 3.
Okay, very nice. That concludes the fight phase and also the turn.
I'll just quickly do a morale for this unit. They will pass on 2.
Okay, very
That's not
good.
an issue.
Right, so interesting turn. Look, we are chewing through those paladins, but they are still alive at this stage.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
That gives me 1 extra turn of shenanigans.
All right, well, look, let's see what shenanigans we can come up with. We'll be back after Lawrence's movement phase in just a sec. The Strike Marines have landed. Turn 3 movement phase is complete. We've dropped in over here. We need to start putting pressure on this screen. We've come in over here as well. Over here as well, some cheeky charges looking like they'll be made. And over here, just to make sure we can get rid of this impulsor. That is a mission of vengeance, I fear, more than anything else.
It'll be immensely satisfying.
Yes. And we've done some shuffling around here. The main thing that you guys need to know is that we're out of range for the stratagem that allows you to deny on a 4+ on any of the major spells that are going to go off. So with that, we're going to do this as a summary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
let's
this
start.
will be quick now.
This
The
will be
game
quick.
is nearly over.
All right, let's
go. So warp shaping, I'm going to change to 2 damage smites. That goes off on exactly what I require.
Excellent, very nice.
So now it's 2 damage smite, Tide of Escalation. He's out of 24, so can't use his strat.
Okay.
Then I'm going to roll to get my command point, because why not?
Yeah.
Hey!
Hey.
Now, with my bonuses, excuse me, I do get the command points.
Okay, very nice.
So I'm back to 1. That's nice.
Yeah.
Then I will, with the ancient paladin, apothecary even, do a 2 damage smites on that impulsor.
Okay, very nice.
You could use your strat to deny that.
I won't though.
That goes off 2 mortal wounds, my
Are you
friends.
ready?
Yes.
Only in range because of the captain.
Oh.
You are destroyed.
No.
Yes, marked for death finally. Huzzah!
Huzzah! Very good. Right,
Okay.
do you know what you're doing next?
Yep, so these 3 units here are going to be casting smites. The first of which is casting smite on this blue squad here.
Okay.
Smites. Right, 1 extremely cocked die in there.
And a 6 so far.
It is a success.
5 up feel no pain against these. Take 1
is
damage.
wounded, exactly. The second unit will do a smite. Same target, goes off.
Oh, sorry.
That's right.
Take
Kills 1.
So 1's
And the
dead.
3rd unit will do a smite, also against that same unit.
So
goes
we've
off.
got, yes.
That kills another one.
Kills
Excellent.
another one. Slowly but surely.
Indeed.
The next one.
Okay, so the next one, this unit here is going to cast a smite on. I've got an equidistant here. I can go to this unit or this unit. I will come back to them. I want to do something fun.
Okay, very good.
I'm going to do Vortex of Doom.
Up!
From this unit. This guy's exactly equidistant from this captain here and this squad here.
Okay.
I am casting it on the captain.
Okay, very good.
So the chapter master.
Chapter master.
So now Vortex of Doom will hit him if it goes off, and then hit everyone within 3 inches of him.
Yeah.
Which will mean that it gets the other squad, the Leviathan, the Chaplain Dreadnoughts.
Okay.
And that is it. So it is quite hard to cast. I could use a CP now to roll a 3d6, pick the highest. Because it could be amazing. However, I think that's quite frivolous given the fact he's probably going to try and shut me down anyway. So I'm just going to roll it and see if I cast it.
Okay,
all right.
very good.
So here we go. That is very interesting. Now, would you like to know why that's interesting?
Why is that?
Because as a Grey Knight, I have a natural +1.
Yes.
So I've rolled above 10. I believe it's an 11 plus that it goes.
Oh, that could be worrying. I thought it was a 12 plus.
I know, you could be right. I'm going to double check that now. But this could be a very good day for me. Right, so here we go. Vortex of Doom. No, it is a 12 plus.
Okay.
Ah, would have been
Nice
good.
try.
It is still D3
Yes,
mortal
it is.
wounds.
I'm not going to try and deny it.
Fair
I'll
enough.
let you have that one.
Okay.
Okay, so we do D3 mortal wounds on your chapter master.
Sure.
He takes 1.
Sure.
Okay.
We do D3 mortal wounds on
Yes,
okay,
yes,
on
yes.
your Chaplain Dreadnoughts. He takes 3. Takes 3.
Okay.
Okay, we do D3 mortal wounds on your Leviathan Dreadnoughts. He takes 1.
He has a 5 up feeling okay.
We do D3 on your squad holding the objective. They take 1.
They do not have a 5 up, so 6 up. Yeah.
Okay, cool. They take 1.
Cool.
Okay, so we've done some stuff there. I'll let you mark them up properly. We'll be right back. And another smite over here now into the 1 wound squad.
Yes. Goes off.
Goes off.
It's 1.5.
Kill 1 and
Okay.
do a wounds.
Okay, very nice. Is that the end of the cycle?
Nope, I've got my Paladins.
Oh, I see.
My Paladins will cast. I've got a couple of options here. I could put a smite on the Apothecary, or I could go for Hammer Hands to make me a little bit more reliable in combat. At this stage, what I'm going to do is a smite into that Apothecary.
Okay, very nice.
He is very annoying to me. That does succeed because of my +1 as a Grey Knight.
I do take 1.
Okay, very good.
Okay, so he's got 2 wounds remaining there. Okay, is that the end of the psychic phase?
Yes, because there's no point me casting anything over here.
Okay.
So it might end up perils and that'd be hilarious.
Yep.
Oh, why not? I'll put an Astral Aim on Voldus.
Okay, very good.
Because he can shoot, you see. Oh, there we go. See, this is... I knew it would happen, but I then roll another one.
Okay, you
This
roll
is
another
why
one.
my new list has the 2 Librarians, not the Chaplain, and the Nullifier Matrix.
Yeah.
So he loses a wound. That concludes my psychic phase.
Okay, there will be some shooting, and we'll be back for that in just a sec. Starting off with this Far Strike squad, we're putting all of the shots into this squad here. They're no longer in combat, so can be targeted. Just going to squeeze past.
Lots of hits. 4 wounds.
4 wounds.
3 up armor.
Okay.
5 up feel no pains. You do pick up the last
Kills
wound
another.
on this guy.
Okay,
Very good.
so he's dead.
Okay.
Next
The
unit.
next unit will do the exact same thing.
Okay. That's the middle unit here now.
So they're not in rapid fire range, but there we go. That's 4 wounds again.
4 wounds. It's 3s. They're fine.
That's
Cool.
fine.
And the
Okay,
final
very
unit
nice.
will do the same thing. Okay, that's 4 wounds again.
4 wounds. Consistent.
Failed 1. I do take a single wound.
Takes a single win there. Okay, very nice. Do you know what you're shooting next, Laura?
Yeah, this unit is going to rapid fire into the lieutenant, I think, and then he's primaris lieutenant now, isn't he?
He is,
So he's
yeah.
rocking 5 wounds.
5 wounds.
Yeah, but he's not got his irritating apothecary feel no pain.
He doesn't.
So I'm not in range with enough to snipe the chapter master. So what I'll do is the character that can't, or the Justicar that can't see the lieutenant will fire at the squad, because you've got 1 wound on there, and then the rest will fire at the lieutenant.
All right.
So
Very
1,
nice.
2, 3, 4 on the lieutenant here. Or lieutenant. That's a good roll.
I'd take that.
I wouldn't take that though. That's 5 wounds.
5 wounds.
5 in my hand, 3 ups.
Cool.
1 6 up.
One in, he takes a wound, and then 1 on the squad, 3 hits. 2 wounds on that 1 wound guy. Can he save or die? No, he's dead. Cool. So that just leaves 2 left in that unit.
Okay, very nice. Do you know what you're doing next?
Yes. This unit here will split their fire. So 2 will have to rapid fire over here. The other 3 will rapid fire at him.
Okay.
Although I don't know if 1 might be out, if not able to do that anyway. No, looks like we're just out there. So it will have to be 3 rapid firing here and 2 rapid firing
here, Lance?
Yeah, I'm suspecting that is correct. Yeah, well, we're not even in rapid. Oh no, we are in rapid fire over there.
Touch closer.
Yes, so 3 there, 2 here, basically.
Very nice.
So 2 on the character. And the second one. Cool. And then 4s. Only 2 wounds.
Fail both.
Cool.
And 6 ups.
Oh! Yeah!
Go Iron Hands. And then the other unit. Cool, that's 3 wounds.
Okay. Yep,
Cover,
they all
but I
are
did
in
fail
cover.
one.
Okay, so 1 takes a wound.
Yes.
Okay, very nice. We've got a little... I don't think these guys are in range of anything.
No, they're not.
And these guys are all kind of hidden. We do
Yeah.
have Astral Aim on Voldus though.
No, I failed it.
Oh, did you fail it? Oh, that's right, you got the perils.
Of course.
I just wanted to remind you.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. The charge phase. This unit is declaring a charge on the 2-man intercessor squad in here. So you may now overwatch if you wish.
2 Stalker Bolt rifle shots, hitting on 5s. Rerolling for Chapter Master. It's 1 hit. Which fails to win.
Fails to wound. Okay.
If you'd like to take the shots on your lieutenant, because I want to
you're
clear a shot
charging
on
him as
both.
well?
Yes, please.
Fine. Mastercrafted Stalker Bolt rifle.
Nope.
Misses, but it's a heavy weapon, and I'm an Iron Hand, so I get to reroll. Misses.
Okay, very good.
Right, this will be a pretty cool charge, and I make it.
Oi!
That's interesting.
Okay, very nice. We'll see where we go. This unit of Strike Marines now charging into both of the units here.
Fails.
On a 6, no.
Second unit, we'll do the same thing.
Same again.
5,
And
6,
then
7,
8.
8. Fails.
No.
That's a pretty good roll. I might use my
Your last CP?
my CP to see if I can get that charge off.
Why not?
So I didn't use it on my vortex.
Go for it.
No, unfortunately
Alright,
not.
and the final charge.
Got a 5 here.
And another 5.
Another 5, hey! Very good. So we'll move that unit in, we'll be right back. This unit now charging over here into the intercessors, so you will get some overwatch there.
Yeah. 1 guy can't see there around the corner, so 4 shots. That is 3 hits that time. Wounding on 4s. That's 2 wounds at -3. Takes 2 on the way in.
2 on the way in.
Okay. Then to charge.
No. Okay, fair enough. Those are all of the charges completed there. We'll be back in the fight phase. We have heroically intervened with this chaplain here into the paladins, so very nice. But it is now Lawrence's turn to strike. We're striking with this unit first, so we've got the 2 going into the lieutenant there.
That's it. So we're seeing if we can get a kill. That's a good start. I'll take that. Okay, not a good start.
Okay.
1 wound.
1 wound. He
He
makes a save on a 6.
And
Very
then
nice.
we've got the 3 against the squad. 1, 2, and 1 is the Justicar. Okay. Some wounds here. Okay, 4 wounds this time. 4 wounds.
I managed my 5 up saves here.
Makes
Cool.
1.
So 3 goes 3d3 damage.
1 at a time there.
Oh, okay, fine. Right, 1. That's 2 wounds.
5 ups.
1's dead.
Yeah, 1's dead.
2. 3 wounds. And he's dead, so that's a squad.
That is
Okay.
a unit. Well played.
Nice.
Cool, so that's a mark for death as well, by the way.
Okay, very good. And so
I
that...
will be interrupting at this point.
Okay, very good. Where are you
I'm
interrupting?
going to be interrupted with the Chaplain Dread who heroically intervened.
Okay, very
That
nice.
takes me down to 0 command points.
There are no more CP left.
I have 5 attacks going into the Paladins. Hitting on 2s, rerolling everything. That is all 5. Wounding on 2s here. That is all 5 there.
Cool.
You're
So
5 up this time.
that's it. Need something special here. Ed.
No, the paladins are
Okay.
removed. Brutal stuff. Okay, we'll be back in just a sec after they've been removed. Okay, so with the removal of the paladins, it's time for the strike squad to step up and do the role that they were supposed to do. Now, we did declare a charge on Ferros as well, so we're going to have 4 attacks on Ferros, and is that right? 4 Marines on Ferros
Yes.
and 1 on the unit here?
That's
okay,
it.
very good.
4 on Ferros. And 4 on Ferros. Okay, just the 1 wound. Good news, everybody.
Okay, 1 wound.
So he will.
-2, is that right, Lawrence?
Yes.
So 4 up armor here. Fails
He does
it.
fail.
All right, I need a 5 or a 6, and then he needs to fail every single fail I paint.
No.
5 up, feel no pain. He's
So
down.
he does
to
take a
And
wound.
then 3 attacks into the 2 Marines. Just 1 hit. No wounds. Alright.
Yay.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, we'll be back in just a starting off with the lieutenant striking into the Struck Marines.
So the lieutenant has a base of 4 attacks and +1 for being charged. Hitting on 2s here in combat. That is 4 hits.
Okay, very nice.
Wounding on 4s, rerolling 1s. That's just 1 wound, Lawrence.
Got it. Right. Make a save.
Yep, power armor flickers to life. What's next?
Go around. We'll do this purple squad here, actually.
Sure.
So we've just got 3 guys fighting. They weren't charged this turn. So that's 2, 4, and 4 attacks from the sergeant.
Very nice.
Hitting on 3s, rerolling everything from the chapter master.
Mm-hmm.
And 4s. That's 4 saves for you.
4
Got
saves.
it. 4 saves. Coming up, 2 deads.
Okay, 2 are slain. Where would you like to move on to next?
Can't really sustain a trap there, so 2 are dead. Oh well, it really doesn't matter. So yeah, 2 are dead.
Okay, very good. Who next?
The Iron Father will fight. He was
Yes.
a target of a charge this turn, so he's got 6 attacks.
Very nice.
Hitting on 3s, rerolling. He's strength 7. And I believe he's -2 here, so 4 -2.
Oh, unit wiped.
Unit is slain. Okay.
We'll consolidate.
Yeah.
He's closer that way, so he's just going to stay where he is.
Okay, very nice. So, is that the end of the fight phase?
Yeah.
It is.
No
Okay.
morale.
Very nice. So there's no
Oh,
morale.
should we send it yet, Lieutenant?
I've done that, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fab.
whiffed. Nice.
Yeah. All right, very good. Well, let's tally up these points, and then we'll come back and talk with our generals. All right. So, how are we feeling?
Yeah, it went as I expected, to be honest. Well, Vic, do you have any words first?
Yeah, I mean, I think the game's come towards the end now. I think Lawrence just chatted with me about it, and really, if we just take a look at the state of the board at this point, we've got a few strike squads stranded out here, a lieutenant who can fall out. At that point, the Leviathan puts 10 shots into each of these, which picks that unit up. The Stalker Bolt Rifles here can pick these guys up. We've got Stalker Bolt Rifles and another las cannon to pick these guys up, leaving me with 4 objectives: my Butcher's Bill, kill more, hold more, and the bonus for that turn. I'm already 8 points up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
and
currently
Lawrence-
10-18, yeah.
Yeah.
Lawrence
That's
will
why
be-
I don't think it's worth continuing, because what I was sort of, it was like a Hail Mary. There was with that, when I got the Paladin charge off, I was like, okay, I can maybe keep this semi-interesting now. But I needed kind of at least 2 of each of the strike squads to make it in, and then the plan would have been to cut through the meat shield, which would have reduced his firepower by a considerable amount. But now he's going to easily be able to kill all of the strike marines, because those marines are unengaged. The paladins are dead. I failed to kill the apothecary because I was hoping the paladins would kill the apothecary or Ferros, which would have then got me 2 headhunters. I did get recon that turn. I did get a couple of marks for deaths, but now with the strike marines dead, I won't have enough going forward to kill the characters and get my other 2 marks for deaths, because they're just too far back. There's no point gating a single character. We could play a game where I sort of try and gate a character and I try and make a single charge every turn, but it's getting quite ludicrous. The fact of the matter is, I've only got 3 turns left to pick up that 8-point deficit, and that's not really possible at this stage, I would say.
I think what might be interesting to talk about is how to play this out if you're in a tournament. If you're in a tournament and you're trying to scrape as many points through, if you're on the losing or the winning side here. I'll talk about it from my side. What you don't want to do is try and just kill all of these units in one turn. I've got Butcher's Bill, so I could scrape out 2 more turns just by killing these guys and try and take these down to a single man, for example. And then pick up another Butcher's Bill, because I'm unlikely to table Lawrence here with the characters hiding in the corner. So every turn he'll just hold that. So
that's what I would do in the tournament. I'd just play to get 1 or 2 points extra every turn.
Absolutely. So he would just be going for hold 1 every turn. And probably move out, do a little smite, Edict Imperator back. And that's about it, really.
Pretty much.
Well, okay. Well, I thought that was a very, very interesting game. We'll talk a bit more about it in the wrap-up. But yeah, well done both of you.
Well done. Thank you for the game, sir.
We'll be back in just a sec. Well, folks, there we have it. I thought that was an epic game. Really interesting, because you know, I've not seen that list in action before. I know what it can do. But then to actually get to see it was really quite interesting. For me, at least. Anyway, I was like, wow, it's very good. It's very good, and I like the impulses.
So do I.
A little bit of flavour to the list, doesn't it?
Well, I think, like I was saying off camera, like I think they were actually even better against me. I know perhaps some people will disagree with that. I know that you're replacing them with Thunderfire Cannons in potentially going forwards, but Thunderfire Cannons are less scary to me personally. Having the vehicles able to move forwards, and the thing is with the Iron Hands ability, with that having a unit within 24 inches to use the deny stratagem, the super deny. And those impulses are so quick, and then you can, of course, fling, keep your eliminators alive and get them into a nice position, and they're threatening my characters so that my characters don't want to come out, of hiding, so to speak. It really shuts the Grey Knights down, because then even if the smites come in, if you've zoned out your backboards well enough, then all of a sudden the smites have to hit those impulses, which is not a rubbish kill, but it's just a rubbish kill. So yeah, I think the impulses are really good. Is it better than what we saw at the LVO?
No, slightly more fun to play.
That's
probably it.
And that's
I wouldn't say it's worse.
That is better. That is better. If it's
I wouldn't say it's worse though. I think it's the same list with a twist, isn't it? Really?
I like that.
So I think the list is brilliant. Things what could have gone differently. I think mistakes wise, I don't think I made too many mistakes. I think the biggest issue always was in that particular game was going first. I think if I had gone first, it would have helped me considerably, because I would have had the centre board control earlier. And then he would have to really shift me. Plus, I would have gotten all of my buffs off then, So all of a sudden, that Paladin unit, which I lost, the forward one, which I lost 4 on turn 1, in theory, I wouldn't have lost as many. Again, it's just all theory. Despite that, though, I still don't think I would win it.
I'm going first. I don't think so in this terrain setup, actually, because in this mission you've got 2 objectives inside the L's, and we've reversed the L's on the table as well. The Leviathan can on first turn see both of the middle objectives, so it would have been really tough. There's nowhere for you to
always have that avenue of fire. It's just a combination of things, but it was very interesting to me to play the boogeyman list, if you like, and to know that, so it shows you are the true winner of the Bournemouth GT.
Oh, got it.
But I'm very pleased that I was even able to sort of give any sort of thought to facing this sort of a list, because Marines are still the best right now, bottom line. Grey Knights can challenge them, I think. I definitely would like to take my tweaks list against it again, just out of curiosity. I know you're playing with some Grey Knight lists as well, which are quite interesting. Not sure better than double Paladin bomb though. Jury's out on that one.
I did show Lawrence a few of my ideas with double Terminators and a Paladin bomb, or single Terminator and a Paladin bomb. But yeah, I just need to get something on the table and give it a go.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. What about you, Vic? Any final thoughts? Do you think Grey Knights could have won that game in certain situations, or is there anything that perhaps you would have done differently?
Yeah, I think you gave it a really good shot, but the list is really heavily tuned for ITC.
Yeah.
Everything fell into place in terms of the pre-game stuff for me.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's not much you can do. You can't outwin the attrition war, the direct face-to-face contact with this list.
No, it's the ignore wounds. Yeah, I think that really hurts the things like the smite as well, because there was I nearly came down turn 2 with all the strike squads, and I worked out because of those 5-up ignore wounds. And obviously you'd zoned really well, but I could have come in hard on one flank and started chewing into those Marines. But with the 5-up ignore wounds, I couldn't chew through them to get to the characters. I couldn't, not statistically, it was against me, basically, is what I'm saying. So at that point, you're like, right, well, I'll keep my Marines off for one more turn. But yeah, you're right, I just don't win the attrition war.
An interesting thing I noticed with Grey Knights is, after this game, is that in this particular map, there was a ruin in one corner of your deployment, and the other one, there wasn't such a good piece of terrain.
That's right.
And if you're the defender, it's an advantage because you can counter deploy to where I deploy.
Sure.
But in this case, I knew exactly where you're going.
Yeah.
I knew exactly where you were.
Yeah.
I knew how to split my eliminators to make it so you can't push the characters
Exactly.
out.
So going first was in no way a disadvantage, and entirely the advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then and this is perhaps one of those moments where you go, oh well, the C's should exist for that reason. I still, despite that, I think that the removal of C's is good. But obviously, if I had a C's option, I would have gone for it for 100%, because that would have been better. I don't really have anything else to say.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, cool.
But I think we should definitely have a little practice game when you've got your tweaked list.
Yeah, for sure.
It could be a very different outcome.
Well, no doubt we'll cross blades in the tournament again, and maybe we'll have you back on the show again at some point. Maybe with your tweaks list.
Maybe with something different.
Maybe with something different. Cool.
Well, thank you very much, Freeview. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you enjoy Tactica style videos, we do a lot more of them over and on demand. Please come and check them out if you enjoy this style of play, as well as all of the other stuff we do. So thank you again, Vic. Absolute pleasure, mate.
Cheers.
Really well played.
Thank you.
You can shake my hand as well. Yeah. We'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.